25 baby awobia good morning yankopon on share bebre say weni and waso agusu a wo share utie Lawson 96.3 a radio frequency no television no a Lawson TV digital television satellite television afei wo Facebook bra now let's get interactive on the Facebook no a Lawson TV e wo Facebook Lawson TV e wo Facebook eba na wa share na unia so enya kwan no so ahwe bi ka kire unia no so nka kire ni so dwumadie yi yenya ede ahyehyɛ so dwumadie ni din e Lawson Sports Kwame Dalawa ha Biggie Enso Ewaha produced by PAISLEY, JT, Kententre, Hajia Diane Obed, Amof Power Mo, and Eta Jumedi Enechi. Do it's the drum a kine benamits nemo and so at the Amano. Yakopon, on Shabebre, yet and some no ever sister so never. Kafam say, Minguso and Cow say, Momo pair home plants Satono. Bomode na bra na beje ma pani nyina to e wo kafam asoye obey asoye atete so Kumasi airport roundabout na wa fruit said the Crofom magazine opposite oba benyan afei Ibsock mining and engineering and training limited in fact almost so a boy Ibsock mining and engineering training school esme kancha some mo person we bulldozers rollers na what do ono obey asoye ya betcho Hepasco company limited a leave draw wono mu ebe Oliver no ho ban Nubian security systems no mesra ufie bo ho ban wate se modern ways ye de boy efie ho ban no Nubian asoe na oba na so yetimi aboabo modern na brain na fei ye mo skins shaving bomb solution no we you abodwe na ensansan ebegu a na wafa skins ne bi eno ene betimi aboa ye pa African wear bafu polo ene ye kɔ no apam African wear no ede mai na watchi esese o dress good o be dress good a bafu polo ntade no ngana me come for enso edi amao maka cha sa nyame adomu a rapaholic ne beba so nebom MTN momo say register tam ana download the app no tam momo app no wa download do eno wo download do anema bebre ewom echen say wo star 170 no but what dey Garden City University College ya swear na oba na fei wo be penim dear doctors professors what do I crado your health sciences department ne kire application ye biem Alaska Star Enterprises say enyama ye ntofensie se dem na ma wanya fe office wo be ye fa wa kunya sika na akwa han dia siesie mo kama wate Alaska Star Enterprise City Ceramics say tiles ahodo a wo pato wo be aso e benye biato Africa cabinet mirrors ahodo City Ceramics Astolinks International de mo pese mutu kwan ekwa amono ne odi school etu kwan wo pese ye boa wo na ye application e ma na fe wo so kwana okoto wo nimde no so e wa amono ne a Astolinks ye ne ye boa Ghana for KFC no when you be the na wie bo modern na bora KFC ye de Chichinga spice no enso edi aba it's your favorite KFC akokwa na ya wo we na ya sanso edi special one be the aba chichinga spice ko tasty bi na hwe kama brutal super lovek phones de mo phones awodo ato laptops awodo super lovek aswe na oba mesra extra comfort foam no ye the aba student for no mesra mattress na momre na mo begibi mo king size queen size double size medium de bi na oba mattress awodo one nyina no extra comfort asoye and oba now so aba begibi betway twa bet no wo hwe na ho na us no esoso ho na Ghana for twa bet esansa Ghana for age betway and so edi atum enti we dey anobey we be hye games meba nam the course no kra edi abro enti register with betway ni nyina yentwa bet no and so e wo betway afi flamingo paints pntifio na ehwanya kama flamingo paint hasa capsules hasa mixture also na etito no we draw hasa capsules any hasa mixture DPS pipes no and on betimi aboa mehra mo farmers ahodo ye fie ye project ahodo ye be ni nyina DPS de no and ye use 3P garlic mixture why you can see a broswa a dray and a make come for a diamond cement vital herbal mixture any capsules on what pebiato be more than a copper be to a bema wincha e won pem we sisi debia wa complain sir a dra make come for a diamond cement vital herbal mixture any capsules wsbetson.com.gh or no a platform now kwa ucha better also betimi edibi one more than a corner coach be garden herbal industries yeah the garden herbal mixture and the garden herbal capsules edi aba koko edro no wate obomode na kopa bitoi wono a koko ni bedwane kra Genjime Dental Clinic esmi go so enka wo se gan ha wo se ene wani mu asam Genjime Dental Clinic a doctors for no esebra na fe yenhwa wo se no enfama wo Solac mixture menua ba odie po etete wase wo enkoyi empampan a Solac mixture Kennedy digital satellite die TV home appliances se hono e ma na yekoto enso e wo ho Philotimo ana edi Philo milk na edi aba Philo milk na maka kire wo he Masana pay oya uti oya oats oya bibia obehia milk no na ope Philo ni bi enso edi esi unchen ni World Scientific Herbal Hospital Dr. Nimo minia ba awo ani yedi twa mpo awo kidney problems liver na waba ni World Scientific Herbal Hospital afei ope pono edi esi wo office wo efi ho be fe na afei ope pono papa edi esi wo secrets nsam esese winya oye pa eye door master and me kanfo enso edi ama Best Brain Publication Limited books no ya so na ewo afei Spanish garlic mixture and Spanish garlic capsules collection no adults one we drono no tabia takum almost so so ya sin tabia takum de memedro be ma be che ewo mpem tabia takum me dima for Herbal Hospital Dr. Time with us bra beji wa yaresa ewo na so ye Buzia Ventures say for Ghana card na o de bar na o de aba beji phones na as simple as ABC Divine Hope Herbal Center yana yade ochia herbal no ediaba bema watinka ewo fom koko na etete wa ochia herbal powder na mekamfo ediama OP wallpapers demon yema eho be fe afe aroma diffusers no ba OP wallpapers asoya ye benye bi enso edi ama afe Gino Magic Pepper any onion no se ye nuanom ma no eno a o se ye mra ye ho nkototo jene na wo fa ha na wo fa na ye pemo wo to Gino Magic Pepper any onion no eno anu dem fire still fire aduane bibia be koye enso edi ama Royal Form simigo so enka mo se student for no bre what mattress yet so edema what I say brother beto mattress ni bi na afei ye betimi a chow pillow ye be san so atse so edi ama enti bro won dey na waba na ososo waba be ginie man pi enso etimi ato na dia tru no de ekwan ni mu adoho ye be bonkomo Kwa medela mini abibia seyedie
nyame adom bibia boko
ede nyakopon ase weekend yi so ya sans we hie bio ye kobre weekend yi na ya sans aba enkane ye se weekend dru ene ye gi ahome say sanity
oh there be weekend ya na pressure wo mo pressure wo pa
yeah
because events ahodo enye izo we didn't do 2 weeks before.
One kwa. Obu ho asa dey no krotimi reminder.
That nipa boka pan weekends. Weekends na me boka pan because say year 4 or 5 na do kwa.
Ni nyina ketefo ni hia
na wo sa nkomo no me no edi sa nkomo.
Wo de o ha wo.
So mo bo we nim say
ogorobi pa na ebo kwame
o se ketefo na ya kwakudi ha adwene ye se fa ne se obi kwa yi why na adwen se obebo nsa 400 cedi e wo bedwem 400 cedi no 200 mienu ebum na ketefo na tata na sa time no ontimi nkosesa
ampo nti esa no so om se di wechi sa
da nipa so hwe nti udi agura no kwakoyi
200
oh nti ketefo no
unyi 200 da
oh me
you be da na because om di wechi sa
wo de ye kinana
masa nti se no nipa no obi akwayi a o ketefo de o
sa na say here
na say no so abey popular sa nchenchen so ubeyi wo ho na de ode be bo nsan so e wo ho enti ohwe ni a eye baako e ka obebo no enye ka ketwa
endafo
ni nyina so ehu hia o se wo mo bia bi
nipa so enyini ana nipa gusu nyini nti eye so de
eye nkoja
ana ye de dom na ye eye
asamu enti say de e kan ko a weekends wo bo kada na wasa bre better be a joa da crowd to say what bread into weekdays no cry no any mom cry ya chain weekends no
say nti to dey be ya na edu weekends anko for tidy o na e shit table ase no
and ye mom because of bread so the shit table na
so the shit table ase
I say wo kwame and a question of the day no aya crado na ye beba be bo ho nkomo na ye be san so e be di the shop je di ho nkomo Now the question of the day, no, I say, what will be your midfield trio from these selected players from Manchester United and Chelsea as they face each other at the Old Trafford today? In the question of the day, and no say, you can say you players limumiensa. Now for your perfect midfielder, Obafahina, Bruno Fernandes, Casemiro, Mason Mount, Enzo Fernandez, Moises Caicedo, Cole Palmer. Me pacho question no metiasia onka say bia choose between Chelsea for the and Man U for the ubetimi dia afra e bia betimi afa Man U 2 Chelsea baako Chelsea 2 Man U baako and I said you obesa we bia ye kasa hyehyɛ midfielder plus insia we at that television isu yi obehyehyɛ ne sen why mo na obefa wo mo. And no any question of the day. Wajinchira no ebefa Facebook. Lawson TV ewo Facebook. Lawson TV ewo Facebook. Yeba na fe ma be kinkan bi enso edi amawo. Na wachira wadwen Lawson TV ewo Facebook. Kwame say Coach Kwame. Manager Kwame.
The question of the day no. Eye me de se wachichi mpa because o he midfield say yedi egu ho ya form o midfield 3. I bet me am balance a won fin ho. And Kwaku medie me year. The first player me you know Caicedo. The defensive midfield role. To be honest, from last season, ABC this season, arguably, say top 3 defensive midfielders Premier League. Untimi ni Caicedo on fem free. And between Manchester United and Chelsea Mabisia Kaino. Manchester United defensive midfield role or Casemiro or Manuel Ugarte wo Chelsea or Caicedo. None of them. Casemiro level no was by imprempre ya bo na ye bono. Kwaku defensive midfield role no meyi Abrante friend say Caicedo. Then mebo nanim mienu no meyi Cole Palmer and Bruno Fernandes. Cole Palmer and Bruno Fernandes. Cole Palmer ebetimi amount that creativity plus goals and about typical creating a creative midfielder untimi ni Bruno Fernandes and Fenfrio. So me midfield no me combine me and sana kwaku to me. Me Caicedo, Cole Palmer and Bruno Fernandes.
Sisubio mame
Caicedo, Cole Palmer, Bruno Fernandes.
Caicedo, Cole Palmer, Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah. And okay. Me midfield 3 no.
Inti 6, 8, 10 no beshi shemu saying. What she saying?
Say me bo Caicedo as the single dedicated pivot. Na mama Bruno abo as a dynamic BBM. Na the typical number 10 me diama Cole Palmer. Enti Cole Palmer ni Bruno bejina Caicedo enim. Enti Caicedo ne bebo the base of the midfield. Na Bruno Fernandes ni Cole Palmer are the tip of the midfield. Enti Caicedo, Cole Palmer, then Bruno Fernandes.
Me ko Facebook na me hwade. Dennis Avero say Bruno Fernandes, Casemiro, Cole Palmer. Samson Kweku say obefa Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes, and Moises Caicedo. Matse. Nana Frempong say Bruno Fernandes, Cole Palmer, Moises Caicedo. Razak Idrisu say Bruno Fernandes, Caicedo, Casemiro, Cole Palmer. Timothy say Bruno Fernandes, Caicedo, Cole Palmer. They're from Timo Werner from US of United States of Akrampa. Matse. Samuel Opon say Caicedo. But one answer question is Brabio. Good morning. It's loud and clear. I want to so my answer. Bruno Caicedo, Cole Palmer. You're from Thomas Muller. Now Real Fab say Bruno Enzo Palmer. Mr. FM Senior Guy. I say Bruno Fernandes, Casemiro, and Caledonia. Come me person be sa question be any answers now for a year because 6-7 months ago, Chelsea supporters, there is no way Inca on may allow will be crass on for Bruno Fernandes in be round midfield anymore. But now it looks like they are picking Caicedo, Kopama, no major Enzo Fernandes, Ewichi. And what's happening? Is it that Omo Lusu fates Ewonuana?
Debbie, Omo Lusu fates Enzo Fernandes mu. Every Chelsea fan obi follow football be any who beka say obe Lusu fates Enzo Fernandes mu. But the major problem with Enzo Fernandes no, and so the na kwa inconsistency.
Okay.
On say how Opekia no drop it, Opekia no drop it no affecting the performance. Let's not forget say one of the major reasons why ama Enzo Fernandes ne form na ye on and off no the new role na ye di ama no. In Kofo refi say Enzo Maresca ama Enzo Fernandes new role will give him. On say kwaku difference football na difference between positions and roles no you difference o.
Correct.
Position ne ye baby achimaka to say gina na area ho no by role no ye duty ya assign di ama. Enti say okay Enzo Fernandes World Cup na Argentina kwaje ye no de na operate with deep Argentina midfield no na Enzo Fernandes one abrante friend say McAllister na Rodrigo di Paul between sa three midfielders na omo call manim kese pa no na Rodrigo di Paul na McAllister so be ya na Enzo abo agina eno na obi anim say Enzo operate deep by this season and I say Enzo Maresca buy no wama Enzo Fernandes as a boss crusher midfielder. Football ye kaso be a boss crusher. A midfielder. Time ye attack ya baby obe fraba. Say no do the final third. We do opponent in the box. Na Obaba be go. Obe to say Jude Bellingham. Oba Rama the first season. Pretty as a boss crusher. Na onye number 9. By time ye ni omo attack ya no box no ase. Napoli last season. They na pretty as a boss crusher. Na score McTominay. And 2 number of goals as score McTominay say. And this time around, Enzo Maresca use Enzo Fernandes as a boss crusher. And to more attack at time you say or the final third. And this watch a number of goals a team ya kosro. By problem ni say inconsistency no ana Enzo Fernandes. Sanka ya say Enzo Fernandes. Me performing at waso sana. And come here sure say nipa bebre na so be Enzo Fernandes.
Because if Kwame say it's over 100 million I'm sure say inconsistency it shouldn't be part of the conversation at all.
Yeah, but he said a problem. But who say Nancy on picky about the recent matches? No one say Asaba form. So be kai Chelsea ni Bayern in Pokrana. Na a lot of Chelsea fans ni say Nanka was a coach ni free team. And even in Pokrana, money Manchester United say or some of the commentaries are Chelsea fans ni de babontia. Pese Enzo Fernandes create me drop on so
near boy.
Hey, and then the comments ni be omo a reason. So the problem with Enzo Fernandes ni nani say, I say, Opekia na Asaba from Opekia na Asaba from when him say Kopama so ye omo dale.
Let's say no midfield train. No, let's say looks like Caicedo ni Kopama no Enzo is failing to catch their level.
Sure. On say obi to say Caicedo. On say obi to man solid performance at what so bebre.
That on ball no crystal no who said they win
be sa player the enya match bia na be hu so
yeah
by obi wo ho a oboy ne adebechi oboy tena enu bi na ato Manchester United no okay. Manchester problem no so it say isi tema na Ghana ye wodum so no yeso kakra na edum yeso kakra sa
na man you na him fa na edum pa
man you baby edum o
samo
baby edum
nti say man you midfield no. There's a man you made for the nation that you're strong sow because the conversation I Ghana for so trauma dream bebre ewo ho no dodo na no Kwame dodo na fra Chelsea 2 no afa man you back and e be so score all throughout Chelsea. I'm here to see obi a wako full Manchester United say 3-man midfield
na kwaku say odie even players say that so say ya no players said that's what say no. Bruno, Casemiro na Mason Mount. Omone Chelsea, Enzo Fernandes, Caicedo, Kopama. Say yeah fair. Defensive midfield rule. Casemiro level no was bebre.
No correct.
By say Caicedo was saying Casemiro. Unless I won't no correct.
Yeah, no correct. Say CAD.
Say obetu no.
Yeah.
Even Mason Mount, Enzo Fernandes in Pokra you say oye on and off no. Enzo Fernandes a performance was say Mason Mount. So all kind of cry.
Bon Messi Mount they say prank one.
So what you say?
mention am fan nka ho.
So se nipa do na choose Chelsea midfield na no credit because currently Chelsea midfield is better than Manchester.
And ye ni kra ye combined 11 na. All right, Chelsea be hwe omo bebre.
Combined 11.
And then the be di.
Oh, still now Chelsea be dominating. Goalkeeper.
Chelsea. Right back. Reece
James Befa.
Ho. Left back
Kukureya
Befa ho.
Yeah.
Centre halves ne.
Centre halves na. Ubekasa Manchester United centre halves in delete form ni ye.
Delete season where you are power.
Lenny Euro so form so Eddie ni ye.
Chaloba so bobo.
Chaloba so bobo so centre back ni the obetima for Chelsea back Manchester back.
Nte bia Chaloba ne delete.
Aha.
And midfield ni din ke di hu.
Midfield mefa Caicedo, mefa Kupama na mefa Bruno.
And any more front three this way.
Any more front three no.
Man you for the Cunha the Mbuemo and now the Sesko and Eba front three in the Chelsea for the one Eba.
For Sesko hono die say Joao Pedro betu no.
Okay.
Then wings or no. Pedro Neto a performance e was soro. Now the maybe Mbuemo bi aba bishop. Yeah.
Neto. Pedro Neto. Season where they me who no ye crowd kwame.
Se o de na compare Benjamin Sesko.
Sesko ne de Joao Pedro afano. Inti say ye be hwe e bia Cunha Mbuemo versus e bia Estevao cry bia na coach na man na bia Neto de season we me hu
ni ba won say ti hu ni ye ni nya ye de compare Manchester
and ye mom de
enye se ye de compare team fufuru Pedro Neto na wo kan hu ni ye ni cry ye de compare Manchester de etesen
and ye mom
ana Joao Pedro etesen say Joao Pedro ne Benjamin Sesko one na perform the amount so say we combine 11 na Chelsea be dominating combine 11 no and the currently Chelsea are better than Manchester United unless I won't penocre o the Manchester General say now the Chelsea General say here ago pramane so no ball na ye bono Chelsea are better than Manchester United between Amorim and Enzo Maresca currently tactically Enzo Maresca I was saying Amorim so ye combine 11 ni na Chelsea players never dominating because they have been better than Manchester United currently.
Well, Ghana for Madrid bebre Ghana for Guswa moche o Madrid a question of the day no na Wally Junior say media me answer Kopama Bruno Fernandes and so na ono so echu so Ghana for Guswa moche Richard G say Enzo is better than Bruno. Come watch it. See, Enzo better Bruno Fernandes. Saminia.
Oh, so based on maybe say based on facts and figures or the metrics network.
Sa, come we die me mean so more.
Unsum.
Na come Bruno Fernandes die. Bo bono. The problem of what pie team now bono. Bruno die.
So ni mbo ni bo by at the current obi so beka say Enzo aye better no. Obe use based on metrics.
Metrics by me person me
say o use the stars na. Say Enzo so stars na mu apija. And the air affect Bruno say no say operating deep more. And the numbers
no na unfortunately but
the numbers no so be drop.
Say if Bruno bo 8 and Enzo so bo 8. We bo no more bono. Ye say this season Krampoa Bruno has not been playing well, but at least he's still a better player than him.
Oh, so can a general better player? The end send here.
Now that's a season where Enzo more ball and Bruno Fernandes. And
I make sure say nipa no the question buy no. E be based on the metrics no. And then the stars no be use. Obi wo ho ka say we a better change obi this season obi use the stars. And no check Bruno ne Enzo Fernandes so stars na. O check Enzo stars na be what stars and Bruno. So nipa no so a point.
Hey, Samo, she say football na dey. Obi a chere na adwen. Enzo this season is better than Bruno. King Nebuchadnezzar a message or dia banono. Nana Bright say Caicedo Enzo Palmer. Na I'm unfortunate imagine Palmer is better than all of the midfielders. Yo. Casemiro is better than Caicedo and they so be agitum. Bankomono eye recently. Minimum Obeka say Caicedo a better chain Casimiro, they be a but come on, ye this is no the current form. Okay. Into Enzo Fernandez is better than Bruno Fernandes. Hey, just if we don't want to you.
Oh, yeah, 70.
70. Well, anyway, and Chamber come on an media man and some no at the bar. Question no generates a lot of controversies. Pa now, come on for now, Quaco no Enzo and Bruno no. Minim dear Chelsea for no still a normal sister say. Ombetimi aye bigi bibi aye find ye
nyame adom bibi abokokwaku
ye de nyame ase hey Ghana for yo yati come access ni bi no well anyway bigi
kwaku
kekre bi na men kwa mono ne
kwaku question we there
say baby e begina pa no wo kra no wo the red half Chelsea for no say they will not accept it for even a second. Say yeah Becca say Enzo and Bruno Fernandes better change Enzo.
Between Bruno Fernandes and Enzo there, if you ask me who is a better player, certainly it is Bruno Fernandes, and they know two ways about it. But the Chelsea supporter on say on say Obeka say Bruno a better change Enzo no. Kwaku also has a point in a way because Bruno Fernandes position power bar over flourishing hefa. Certainly it is the number 10 position. But in this instance, probably Ebia Ohan Pekia, you are going to make way for certain players. Until Ubeiko Palmer in that position, which is the number 10 position. And the Bruno it is his numbers. And I because Bruno who are you change Enzo. If it is about the numbers, number 10 you are definitely going to pick Obama.
Okay. Only myself. We will come on any na Steven Yauko, Kwame ne biggie. Also said this season as some year can. Otuado is better than Ruben Amorim.
There's a real incident on it.
I say season as some year can dia. And yenina yen kase Otuado is better than Ruben Amorim.
No, Otuado so no more season.
He said, "Hey, Opeso Chelsea within the period."
And say ya boya
Ojitum. Now come Debbie.
Ojitum as I had you.
Oh Debbie, no what say or say season way so dear. You be found recent our even say months way muan. What I say, and no come on over such as a son it's here dear. Watch that timeline. Then the timelines no so no. And was say says I cannot dear. Then Otto has been a better coach than Amorim.
Who is his point backing? The point in the backing where
he's backing
Enzo Anate Bruno.
But he just mentioned it anyway. Remember we come on any
but all factory they are definitely aside say we are okay to room for Bruno. No, Bruno has to be in. Caicedo Kopama Bruno, yes, I think they're fair. Yes, but I say more. Cause Bruno and Bruno imu they see a baby I didn't boy.
Mami kwamo na na me famo na nsam no enso emra na game sebe koso English Premiership Liverpool and Everton 11:30 Brighton and the Tottenham was per game no 2 o'clock Burnley and so Nottingham Forest and Bebo West Ham United and Crystal Palace Wolverhampton Wanderers and Leeds United about no 9 and pay more 4:30 Manchester United and Chelsea Bebo Sanso and Fulham about 7 o'clock on the Brentford for Bebo wo the Spanish La Liga about 2:15 Real Madrid and Espanyol Ebebo Afe Alaves and Sevilla game no 4:30 Italian Serie A big game Udini and so Ebe host AC Milan game no Ebe cost 6:45 Nemom Ebo 4 Hellas Verona and so any Juventus and so and Ebebo Italian Serie A Nyamia Domo China Kwesiada Bournemouth and Newcastle Ebebo Sunderland and so any Aston Villa and Ebebo Manchester City Beko Emirates any Arsenal akwa ball game no 3:30 and a game no enso ebekɔ so Barcelona ne Hetafe game no 7 o'clock Sunday enyumre afa Italian Serie A Inter Milan enso ene Sassuolo game no ebekɔ so Sunday 6:45 enyumre no games and enso ebekɔ so Marseille and Paris Saint-Germain game no kwesiada 6:45 and a game no enso ebekɔ so games ebekɔ so na stories no Bernardo Silva esia kan Edema Manchester City Bernardo Silva said afi favorite for the English Premiership Liverpool and Arsenal and I'm quite kanke cause what it is bebre ono no ya adwene bom enye ni nyina no mo ya adwene since last season among for started sana mo kasa and Manchester City for betimi age league no se ya wie league no mo nyina munim de kosi ye inti league na de say obi abetimi akira na adwene bom ya nyam bon ko bebia o se udru February na obehu se la bia league no obetimi age na so wuntimi enjoy se Manchester City se si ade omunye ndru o mo level no kra na kakra se Manchester City for na adru o mo level a team bien wo Premiership no ma obetimi ni Manchester City for enso etimi apopo and Sancho for bisa Bernardo Silva say Manchester City for yi enano Arsenal for bom 5-1 menu so atim wan musuro amna Arsenal be sanso abobio Bernardo Silva say and then the wetmia can say Arsenal for nya o no man fan cho mesan say Arsenal for no fa say Manchester City team the last 2 legs and can say Arsenal for edge no Manchester City for na Jeffrey o munsem enti Arsenal for no nyina de ahonden and the boss a game no internet okay twam aka feel say game we there a very different from the 5-1 almost so etimi show Dominic Szoboszlai esa kan Edema Liverpool or say or no the still no onye satisfied at all left for now we draw man for Bonabaso esa Dominic Szoboszlai the ball no so no onye satisfied cry he's keeping on working up so improve up so one of the best midfielders on also ewo wiase and also no dey say only problem their coach ne ka sonko number 10 obebo or ka sombo 6 obebo or ka sombo 8 obebo right back obebo see the coach ne be ka so nya bia because as so improve as a player and in search for eto so bi san nyame atuma mo ne Everton na airport game no last minute ye hwe no musa Liverpool bio mesan so a goal last minute na also no dey empai ni nyina say e was Liverpool for try as much as possible say game no anya bia so mo finish game no ntam enye last minute nsem bia se ne nansan Liverpool for bobo ya twa akopem last minute ansan ya hwe se goal ne beba ana se maka se Barcelona and team e fan Paris Saint-Germain game no e be koso e wo Montjuic na ma mfa ko Montjuic na me kira won yema e koso e wo Montjuic na pai wo de woni kira Montjuic stadium wa se empanyifo no eguso omo e ye pitch na enkakran nti anua ana omo de eguso be join wo television no so Lawson TV Facebook and Lawson TV wo join ya eniyama no ana omo ye na afa nkonwa no so omo start ehye san Barcelona for no one susu da senka boy omebo and so Montjuic nemom unfortunately it's a situation the akoba no into was some arrangement necessarily send a bear nyame atuma Barcelona game almost so ebebo against Paris Saint-Germain ebe do na bibia okay into no pay dia koso Montjuic and am yi wasam and so e de acha me go Spain no and na Rabetis and so and Real of your dad and ebo when him say Isco na nine no still no na ehye crutches mu okoye and of course supporting the team Rabetis abra na almost Real of your dad by 3-1 and Nana Nyasam Ketwa, Anthony, Lochoso, Exazuli, Juan Hernandez, and Ra, Omio Martin Sombe Popo, no pad, ya share, Isco and Manyam, Enti, Isco no, the 9 still, Isco, some dear, Ayana Emopo, still and 1 and 9, and Yancy, ye crack, Yamia Tuma, Chelsea, and Manchester United, Nebo, and not Chelsea for a training, when him say, we are training, and I'm catch on and say, when you dear be Momre, Bia, imagine the table, Ninja Sama catch us, FC 26 mo play game bono EA games no say afena sans we drobio FC 26 mo release e dia ba mo download mo to CDs into say players no obi apeso hu ratings and na me dey talk some was before e dia de moment na enwumren awiamu baby and mo call Chelsea for so Chelsea for yi mo so mo cast ni e into television so players ni bi obu o fan de na we just Inti bo ama bo afi we mu nyina no we na mo de ma me inti Moises Kai said 87 wow and also a complain Wesley for fan bi ani die ni mu na Yaman rating of 79 I say edi ani Trevor Chaloba Yaman 74 no we buafu nya crowd ya den beto ko pama and also other television so no Yaman 87 na we dwa mama no ko Chelsea training ground so kakra ne ko tie place no ebi mo ha omjo omdiams eye obi so say here Ganacho 77 and the buafu o kasasa no.
Yeah, all the pace. You saw my goal last season. Walking my shoe should be up. Passing is ridiculous. Defending physically. What's your shit in me? I have one more to compare to this. Stay no. Getting there slowly. But the pace. I'm going to put my pace on you. Still joint ass, boy. What do you think of your card? Yeah, it's okay. You like it? Yeah. What about you? What do you think?
Training grounds and I may also know make a Chelsea and some and somewhere better dry from Mohale Mudrik wanna say now saying Mohale Mudrik Mutsen and Cancer now no yeah no story at the broad himself say or call Ukraine or national team America 2 for no say somewhere training now Mohale Mudrik near or we training and Mohale Mudrik near and Sancho was a Kai Aquano Yakwa investigations Yahusa Mohale Mudrik sana ya say wuja for no onion football no club jail because they say araho someone to know why you frustrated nti yase Mohale Mudrik training ni nyina no or try say nyame atuma 2028 Los Angeles Olympic Games abekoso no so training na ohwe na ho den metimi akọ America to ni bia obetu America no enso ede ama the Ukraine national team amo America to for no Olympic Games 2028 into onye take decision yet but I say on national team for no omo ye training bia no omo training or her son one thing and so ebetimi ayasa no a story and also efi Mohale Mudrik aswaya banano ya catch us Samuel Umtiti or no so wakasa wareta namom and no Olympic Leon and so any yes and an air popo who him say game no air costono and I'm fra bronze for Samuel Umtiti say bra Olympic Leon why are there wareta there this is a wonderful goodbye to the fans of Olympic Leon inti a bronze for Samuel Umtiti and an bar ne nebusian for kakra and I'm to see back and also and Samuel Mtiti finally we say a goodbye to the footballing what it through the Olympic Leon team no make footballers and some no ebusan for branch for Jerome Watson or no so say yan catch we are singing answer born there why there wa Bobby do betimiana why say Jerome Watson officially 37 years and already what the Champions League in Mienu or Hertha Berlin or Hamburg or Manchester City or Bayern Munich or Nancy or Olympic Leon in our pair. Finally, say Jerome Boatson say football no we jai.
I played for a long time. For big clubs, for my country. I have learned, won, lost, and grown through it all. Football has given me a lot. Now it's time to move on.
Canon Pedri, a midfielder at Barcelona, no Barcelona for the Pedri, Yano, Bedru Yana, Pedri, so at twice so a core program Bicacra, Pedri, Master Monina or game once a Pedri, and Barcelona for arrival on Bedru, and now I catch ourselves with Trenica Cranapa, our Newcastle area, and a Munina full play, no full play straight, and on Bedru, spend on Bedru Yana, Pedri, so core program. Now, Ocoin on Corana because I jam beside questions, now Pedri, Yano, beside questions to football. Fiesta Barcelona and Pedri and so acquire why nani pardon kakra ego nani pardon to na nim se Pedri krabet mi aba ni nyina no so ma madruntam and nyame adomu Barcelona so any hetefi and so e wo game nemom Barcelona for no ejai Pedri se Pedri kwa na one nkofo no so enko interact enti Pedri so ebedru ya no and mo osha Pedri in ni pardon egu anya sam keso obia peso hu Pedri na question and answers na call so na omo ebisa Pedri se Pedri na se wo hye gola ye wo sa wo de unsam yenu na se wo hye space bi asa wo hye bibi e de efre kire sa de no so a kire sen and Pedri e kire se we de eye for ne papa ni celebrations na ya no oye no eye ne papa so one day bi omo edidi and ne papa ka kire ne se na say wo se goal a wo be den wo ye be bibi e de akai busua na na e na wo se ba ni trim se dabi e wo so se goal a o ye bibi e de kai de busua titiro ne papa o se ne papa o so ne nyina no bibi e o ye wona bra bom bia ne papa e na ye ma no nti o pa ne papa asem ye pa nti o se one day ase o se goal no gina wasa na o kai se me busua yi de bia o sha space ne papa se space ne ma me se space ne nko fo do na se space nti sadia ene me se da ye bibi te se de me se space na me so me de ana me papa ene me busua nti o se wo se wa ye sa celebration na eye for ne busua esanse ne busua for no toto na eye na o mo se space ana o to aso aka so no Barcelona so ne nyina no na ene dream so be Barcelona nti one day bi se onye kwan na osia kan e de ama Barcelona any dream esan so ne nyina nti Pedri na da ho no Pedri abra no ya kwada ne ho keten nti Pedri da ultimu say from age 1 why you Barca fan from krenken to krankan you Pedri no nti so no de ya na e dream say o se Barcelona jersey na Barcelona big game na amon for ruti for Barcelona na o se jersey ni bia na afei amano goosebump kakra nti eno ensama eno so epiefei Pedri enso aso ye eba yanto aso na your friend Ruben Amorim coach at Manchester United afide say ebusan for we ka Ruben Amorim we ka tie Amorim na nansen kofo anamo ka Amorim se sound tactics and o kra den na won sesa tweak ne kakra wo de ya adjustment bi kakra afede enra central for no bisano na ni bisano na Ruben Amorim ni bufuba afede papa no we ka tie Ruben Amorim say Pope kra wo wiase Pope kra be catch and say on sesa information on sesa da so on sesa formation no say den o say Pope kra be ka emfa enti so say Pope say o kana ontia ubigi wo ya wan na wo be ka obeti Pope kra onti.
No one's, not even the Pope. This is my job. This is my responsibility. This is my life. So I will not change that, but I will change. I will change the system. There will be an evolution, but we need to make all the good steps. And to tell you, if I'm a player and I have a coach that with a lot of pressure, it doesn't matter if he's all around the world, is saying you need to change the system, and I'm going to change in this moment. They will look at me in a different way. I'm doing things my way. Some guys do it in a different way, but it will change. So.
Mensebono so ekano se said obi anya kan central from for so bia ni so because o si Pope kra be ka ontie na ya yete o be ka na watie dabi Ruben Amorim and so someone so ekano Manchester United pressure wo brutal wonim say omom director back Jason Walkers na na omo fa no Manchester United mpanyifo no ka ho bi na eno program bi so Manchester United program o mpanyifo no nyina akwatena se na Jason Walkers eka na o cheche Manchester United situation at the saying and penyufo ni nyina penyufo former board of directors, former management, current ones into idea creme de la creme to for and a question no more meeting no and I just walk out eka said kwasem wo no say Manchester United adwuma no hey Eden kra chain said na ogirechire no osusu no o say adwuma no Eden papa na mom do betimi aka na say adwuma no it will take time o say ayemre esan say restrictions bebre aba enti omuntimi fixe niam na ni manimu ni a time adwuma no so obafa adwuma no we say adwuma no Eden e chain say na nkane na osi ehunu no enti say Manchester United fans say we penyin say it will take time and say Manchester United edu sam pempenso no.
And it's going to take time. It's not a quick fix, especially now with the regulations. We needed to change the playing squad. We've now made some really good additions this summer. Yeah. Sometimes taking players out of the squad is just as important as the players that you bring in, and we've got to try and bring the culture and the respect back to Man United, that whether you work for Man United or you play against Man United, you feel like you're part of something special, and that's what we're trying to bring. I'm extremely proud, I'm extremely privileged, but extremely frustrated as well because we can't fix it quick enough.
We're the famous Man United and we will never die.
So and some Jesse Walkers and someone also Eka Deco and HHM say Namia Dom say Barcelona Quina so and one of my nam say Sansa Plansa or more far I was someone in say players or say the main targets and say no more players are no one don't want no more players and so and free team no more into they will maintain the core of the team and don't see and I say more extended Lamia contract Hafinya Juice Kunde or when you know my extended contracts no and so at the amount central for be some say Assembly okay, instead I need because I know cry. Then Inigo Martinez yet Yana or Saudi Arabia. And also, Inigo Diana, Inigo Becatcher almost of a soccer Saudi Arabia. Then Chomo Tenas and say, Inigo Martinez, when you what's a quarter Jay, come. Intina boy no Pesco Pesca, or Saudi Arabia. And Unti and Omotena say, and a Sancho for Ebisa as a Sana or Candia, no more extended contracts at Yamalami Yamal, Hafinya, Juskunde Dia, not Lewandowski, so swear, that bay and more extended the contract. And also Lewandowski situation a different from Lami Yamal, Juice Kunde. Nani Hafinya and say Robert Lewandowski when you into the situation year by year. Afibi Omerena one day, Ashen interest, Ashen Yema, on so someone didn't know how better your body. No man sounds so the 1 year as so at the account. Ain't Lewandowski in contract no a different cry. And on be sounds okay. Nasadia, Frankie de Jong swear that bang and our extended contract. No so far negotiations Egusua Echo no any Frankie de Jong and negotiation to make me Barcelona phone in our say and come on, I couldn't name pa and check Frankie de Jong and so ever sign a contract no and so at Yama Barcelona and what was what I say Juan Garcia no customer woman say no Barcelona priority some best signing goalkeeper. Now the last time I tested and they pride no Musa Dabi or we did test again a prep never does too much and until we decided some quack for Juan Garcia and so at the fee Espanyol and so at the bar and also Marcus Rashford signing and no customer woman say not even no a winger or bet me above from the left, bet me above from the right. A chile second way dear, or bet me a sanso above as a force 9. In Tomasha market, no Mr. Rashford for bet me, yes, argument, and Nunti and Kofa, Marcus Rashford at Baye, and also Rooney Basidi, or Yakwada, Osa, or Wadache, or Prospect Yepa, and also NT and decided some for Rooney Bashi, and so at the about Timno, or Yana or Bola Porta, Basso Salaporta, ya dear, and Sansanyo Biana bet me, I had a la Porta, you know, or Baye, no Barcelona Sika some our form COVID, as say Barcelona Sika summoning in an answer so Yaku draw, so by rebuild the team no, so far, while rebuild the team no, also stadium Nana Esiwano, now a Barcelona renovate, and so some penny for no be about Usro. Obiaba Osro, and so Sika somewhere anyone in the H, Laporta has been able to renew company into few say a humanity, Tits running in Ano, a Laporta and a Jumanina, and someone Deco, and so Eka, says Yamia Tuma Barcelona, and he had taken a Lamia Mardia, say, or a completely ruled out on to me and Body be send an anno see catch on the Pau Kubasi, and penny for Anso at Naka Squad, no, Jose Mourinho, and so a training, say, Team Jose, Benfica, and yes, some Ketua, now, and Jose Mourinho out the first game against AVS. Now, and Jose Mourinho training, Pipa. And I joined more by 11. And now almost so ETC Kwanswa na omoko AVS no. Enti anajo by 11 no. Unim say omoko na nipa guho na say Jose Mourinho factor no asati ye adwuma o. Anajo no amanfo na anajo 11 no obi egu a all change Jose Mourinho. No wa work am on the first game against AVS. That's the Juma and say Papa Jose and so I don't know ya better so na Harry Magua and a central for Bisans Harry. What says someone for Keka and a Rubina Morim the taxes our form on Sunday taxes or Sions and Nano and Rubina Morim say Popu Crab can own ye. Now, when I am with park and a sobo, when I am for ya, Jumufu Senka, coach Sanya Makakra, Ebetimia Buana, Harry Maguas, says also problem in your tactics no www also send ye mono ansam therefore na moka team no lose easily yanka tactics yanka tactics also nye no enye no kra na players no omo na mfomso ni free omo.
Formation's an easy one just to go at. I think it's because we're playing something a little bit different to everybody else. For me, it's just become a bit of an easy one to go at when the results don't work. The formation's been fine. Like I said, box to box, we've been pretty comfortable in every game, and tactically we've been comfortable in every game. It's got to be down to the players. The players have got to take the moments. They've got to make the difference in those moments, whether it's a set play or whether it's in a transition or a counter attack, a 3v3, and you've got to make the correct decision. I think this season, the first 4 games, we just haven't done them moments well enough. And like I said, we haven't defended our box well enough in the big moments. And every time the opposing team seems to come
players no feel say players no one can say any 3v3 situations. I was saw your player where you no mu jai say taxes and some no. And Harry Maguire and so at 12 so I can so feel say performance at Manchester United at done this season no, it has been better than last season. The no feel say points na Manchester United in 4 points from 4 games. Also derby. It does not reflect their performance at twice and team no ball. Name results no na in your mind.
Yeah, it's not been good enough results-wise. We know that. I think performance-wise, we probably should have had more points. Obviously, the Arsenal game, we probably deserved points in that game, and then we missed a penalty in the Fulham game, which was a big deciding moment. But listen, we can't look back. Those games are gone. There's still so many points to play for. I think the performances have been better than there was last season. But you've got to get results. When you play for this club, you've got to get results.
Come on, also UEFA Champions League Team of the Week and Benjamin Fosso so Edibe Tuja Team of the Week, it brew a lots of controversies among for complaining pa. Na goalkeeper among for Guillermo really. Afes Marcos Llorente, Mbaye Mbuzi, Virgil van Dijk, Lucas and Midfield of Venaken, Afe Bikaho, Trincao, and Marcus Rashford, anyone, and for Marcus Thuram, and a Hurricane. Now squaddy and I'm for raising questions and say, Pedri, our hin, Mbappe, our hin, Dusan Vlahovic, our hin, and a Champions League in Pennyfway, in Yamba. It's a match week 1, as they say, you're cleaning, player of the week, and now you have a catcher, say, Omofa, Rashford, Vlahovic, Marcus Thuram, Francesco Trincao, goal of the week, Jeremy Doku, Marcus Rashford, Khan Uzan, and a Grimaldo, and a team of the week, and also so Ababon saying, into match the one UEFA for a Yomonema, the Akano, yes, I'm for the no so Aqua. When him say Real Madrid for and any week in the morning near my amount for Real Madrid a basso papa. Esan Morocco near Quada, your friend Abdul Raham. Na bueno, na samno mo boka crack. Na Abdul Rahim asamno, when him say 2023. Our Al House, our Morocco. And earthquake be a sea, bueno. Do their television is na busia phone na earthquake ne kuomo kunipa around by 2,960 and omunyina efrim na mo boy ne de na busia for omunyina efrimu na picture babo nten na boy no eti ne fie nim abra na busia for ne nyina ewu and na say Real Madrid jersey and na osu and picture no call viral na Madrid say adie aka Madrid for ya koma akora yi ebeboa no finally against Marcel Real Madrid for aton safra akora yi say omranso be sharp players ne nyina Real Madrid for Sakurano on Behano. The school summoning in Madrid for so on Befa at the Ama Prince Abdul Rahim in say good news and also Echo at the Amano. I think some Madrid for my dear papa. McAllister say Muhammad Salano no kwasam say or special. Now, also, Shenema Bebre, Efi Muhammad Salah, Sena Salah, any when you power, and so still Saleh or that's so airborne boss up so funny Bebre, Efi Salah, and so Salah to be an Yemen, we know DSC, no DSC, Nebum of Associate.
He does is quite special, and that's why he's always on this shape. Physically and mentally, I think. There's a couple of things that he doesn't want to tell us, and he hides. But yeah, we can see the way he works on and off the pitch, especially on the gym. He's every day there taking care of his body. These small details that make the difference. So yeah, we are so happy to have him.
So I can draw Pedro a player at my Chelsea. Now, you can't essential for a Bissana, sir. And I know I said I'm on for Joe Mahome pre-season once and I knew a home. It sounds like what's one at Chelsea for us a brand about club World Cup to be. It's as a holidays and once that I knew a home. We okay. We are starting season and be okay, dear. Joe Pedro.
I try to work with the guys in the physio here a lot to be able to give 100% every game. It's difficult, but and also have a physio at home. I work outside the club as well, but they know they ask me and they let me to
For no Juma and so our Chelsea were after no so our fusils our fear or said it's been difficult but a janka cranka crabby biabe and Omubi San Yamian to my Manchester United game no amount for show anymore says a goal for my Chelsea. So I game no now over presses the same Ebefa at Chelsea now.
It's difficult, but we're gonna try to put our plan on the game, and hopefully will be good. But yeah, we know they now play in the line of 5 in the back, so it will be more hard to us to have this link up in the middle. But we know we need to prepare ourselves for this game because I think it will be a nice game.
Yeah, and on your versatility.
Council ya West Manchester United for no a defending in a back 5 na denti on link up say am bon a be difficult kakra na mom on prepare for this particular game. Mikel Arteta a coach at Arsenal nyame aduma Arsenal and so in Manchester City na ebo or say Christian Mosquera no obona baso papa or say who prepare say tackles power Arsenal team na oka ho now so boy no onye fa ukra Mosquera.
Well, first of all, because he's very good, and I think credit to the scouting department, Andrea, that they presented the opportunity to have him again. No coincidence, as a boy, you know, someone extremely focused, very determined, very clear that he wanted to come here, and he wanted to come here to play. And in his place, I think what he's doing in that position so early, very impressive.
They say Basel Bakwa for anymore in that game. Haaland and Gabriel Magalhaes. Coach, who will be come for Basel way one? As they say, Arsenal Man City game now. I'm for anymore.
Gary's got many qualities. One of them is that he can get up to anybody in the world, and he's someone that really enjoys, you know, the defensive part, the contact, the physicality, and when the game has to get to that part. He enjoys it, and that's a big quality to have, and it's very needed with someone early as well that is so physical. You need to have those qualities to be efficient.
I can deco as a Hans Flick or a modern coach. Say, Unim Hans Flick or such a Hans Flick team. Now, coach, you are buying Munch and a quite fast so SSS team now, or more Bobo now, Waynam ha, no Waynam ha, no Waynam house born on a F. In Tinam Bay here or beer, or could us are more than Yamani Bika Cranuto, nobody decided, say, on moving on from Jabby, no Makakofa, Hans Flick or some for Hans Flick, no Muno Muhoda, and Sanchani beside Deco say, a dane, and the Ebola Lega was Spain. Now, what person would come be a real versus Barcelona game no echo Miami. Adan na mo yesa wonim some say Spanish football na no say na mo so question me na mu bisa me sa no o Spanish Super Cup no yanko no Saudi Arabia enti Saudi Arabia de o Madrid for no mo an complain no mo koji hu sikadi e o Saudi Arabia ne yakobo leg ne wo US mo complain also no de sansam na nkofo kan de ono mo nya twenka Roberto Di Zerbi e coach Edema Marcelo si Mason Greenwood o penasam na bom Mason Greenwood on sua ne man be brain can football no o say football na yebo no enya about individualism about teamwork na no o so Barcelona game and o say Hafinha aka 20 minutes ama yapon Hafinha 2 recap press what team no also ojina was hey there be Mason Greenwood I was so what team no ti wono enye said there be at the ball no ema na wa akwa twen na bom ball no nkutawa den na wo ye enso e de abo team no na unim Tridini na no here Tridini say Victor Gyökeres na mo bona bas no chia kai we na ball be na Gyökeres bo also Gyökeres obaye wa share lease and wa share Nottingham o share team sankese na o team share so ojini hu dis one ball no ba Man City na wo ho no on hye na no hye Liverpool wentimi anhye o hye Manchester United wentimi anhye on hye teams ankese no nya say ketenkete no kwa no hye mo no
person again it's going to feel like I got a vendetta against this fella and I promise you I don't actually care one bit about him at all, but Gyökeres needs to score in a big game.
Yeah,
he has to. For where he's at now, he's scoring, but he's scoring in the games we would expect him to score. And my belief that Arsenal brought him in is to score in these type of games, is to score against the Man United at the start of the season, score against Liverpool, score against City. that's where I think they brought him in. So I think it's a huge game for him as well. Gyökeres is bang.
For tournament, so many teams and Kessie and Yanket for no or Chuma or Storm or the J fans. I was anything for so piano. So when I'm saying Liverpool for an hour Aza, and we training grounds on Nanya Sam Ketwa, a John Quiet gym sessions, Kakra, now Liverpool for no common company, Joe, and now no master bomb of Washer Newcastle, Washer Arsenal, Washer Burnley, Washer ATM, the next game against Everton, or Everton, we are Liverpool, the EFL game against Southampton, or we are about Crystal Palace away, or Beko Galatasaray away, and Sanako Stamford Bridge, Liverpool camp, I had there, Aza, and Mino Elhon, Yero, I brought Liverpool for, and normal gym session preparing for the Everton game. Recovery session on my Manchester City 4 and so a recovery when him say City 4 ball Thursday and now we are recovering and shake up the claim because so say and when you time will be and what Thursday and what Sunday big game or about Napoli on Thursday Sunday against Arsenal it's him and now Manchester City recovery kakra on we na echeku our television also Rakitic Ivan Rakitic Barcelona former midfielder also one Garcia no hey onim go ni da brutal also nyane one say Barcelona for quarter one Garcia na Barcelona for a goalkeeper and maybe say mumu ya dia or they bring Barcelona for life now no and a goalkeeper no was starting a to feel say and one on the Barcelona for taking the right decision of going to sign a brand fan Juan Garcia Pedri say via Van Dijk no and now no Oshe TV no so now via Van Dijk also na mo say maybe Spain and the Netherlands ko ball no hey sana Van Dijk no hwe no TV so san also kra chain sa wo hwe no o bre papa it's opponents back wa Usiana now person dribble na wo bre pa and so a brantia yeah friend of Van Dijk na say nyame aduma Enzo Maresca and the Garnacho be share final meeting guys will say obeso gauge Garnacho they need do komo kakra na psychologically or say ball no aye crowd so be ball na because so mini game ni bebre a wan hwe ni akwa akohwe okohwe so pressure be ba no so it was psychologically on the Garnacho and so edin komo and sana we decided so my boy no era first 11 ni mu and I say on man era first 11 ni mu Ruben Amorim etiem yan penyin for say take Manchester United to the Europe back again. And say for Manchester United right Europe so we pro and penny for no some Champions League. Nebo Champions League and quarter sanya ye kra no as a Manchester United Europe e bia Conference League ombesom and yes, Adia, penny for no take a decision. Master, almost per some name, someone for results and can yamana or yon one, and penny for no only option be I want here. No matter could take a decision on you. And see, and one summoner no and yaman also so caught Yamreno caught Vale Van Dijk. Emreno caught you said me something you see. Now, ever for whatever, Lawson TV, Facebook. Lawson TV, Facebook. Na what share na unia so in your pine no so ashibi. Enti ye be bon komo Kwame Dela Biggie omunyina so aye kradwa ye be bon komo on say Jesse no Kwame aboni Newcastle Jesse fair the shop Jedi na daroma Jesse sa ye ton Ghana nyina no ne fe no papa no de usoma unse quality no the shop Jedi na ni nyina edi ama say Kwame wo Jesse no ano shipa won shop Jedi dia ne ma kono ne senye clubs and kese no nko a what I say enti just nko a dia no about shop Jedi e South Central opposite the Trust Care Hospital and our friend 0248 890 104 0248 890 104 right. Happy birthday and come on Miss Queen Naomi Osei Tewia USA. Mr. Osei Tewia always show. And Lois Chumesi Ankra, also a student at Christ Standard School Otafo. Also so from ne papa Mr. Thomas Chumesi Ankra. Also say always show. Kwame, my man we Dominic a Japan and so a HR ɛwɔ Lane Services Limited. Dominic A. Japan also happy birthday. Kwame.
Well,
let's have a conversation.
Yeah, me da sena nyame aduma ene nyame aduma echina. Matches do na na be so Europe. Various leagues no so ye nya boche ni ntimi ndi ho nkomo. Ma men sha se mfem free ASP na men fam first row on fam be remo England. Na men ko Italy kakra na maba be twem Germany. Na yetimi akova matches do na. Nyame aduma ene Real Madrid bet ne fie no mabo against Espanyol boboku no. Nipa dodo na no expect Real Madrid say playing against Espanyol. Real Madrid bet menyo mu 5th win of the season. Because o check Real Madrid are so far omo 100% a perfect record the Spanish Premier La Liga. 4 games are Real Madrid abono. We winning 4 games ni nyina. So alternate fie abo against Espanyol no nipa dodo na expect say the 5th game no Real Madrid for bet me win this game no e wo fie. And osa hwe Espanyol boboku na ade ba ko man kofo gidie say Real Madrid be win game no ye say Espanyol nye boboku a oba Real Madrid fie a otimi benya good results. The last time a Real Madrid etina fie ma Espanyol mpokra be share no was way back 1996 ana Espanyol be share Real Madrid 2-1 Real Madrid fie. After 1996 no matches ahodo a Espanyol aba Real Madrid fie nyina no ontimi win sa match no enti omo last 27 games Real Madrid fie no Espanyol ontimi mbefa win enti based on Real Madrid for current form ometimi nya La Liga ye sha ase no ene how Real Madrid etne fie against Espanyol on time lose no ene na ama nipa dodo na gidie say sa match ebekoso nyame ya adom enne no Real Madrid for betima for the 3 maximum points by kwaku obi asoso eni si overlooking Espanyol performance so far. Yes, La Liga na se no. Espanyol for so unfair badly at all. Based on almost 4 games almost so etimi esi akan no. Espanyol win mu miensa and wa draw baako. Enti ye ka teams almost so lose game e was Spanish La Liga na. Espanyol eka ho bi. Mejitu mu say Espanyol ko Real Madrid fia ontimi nche. Espanyol eye boboku a oni so nsen Real Madrid. Ba ye La Liga na se no. Almost so enya form bi a untimi underrate omboboku no enti sa we Real Madrid echi 10 year we expect Real Madrid so be wini by me ma we mfi say Espanyol for so ye La Liga no almost so apeke form a omo be try some ba be Real Madrid ade ba kwa ma monitor we Espanyol team no ye say ye sha ase no this season omo lose omo top goalkeeper in the shape of one Garcia Edema Barcelona and omo ye couple of signings bi edeba ye Roberto Fernandes omukofa ni free Portugal dey aba be show mboboku ni and so far omo 4 games omo ntimi enlusu bi no omo set omo team ni up 4 at the back 4 in the midfield no major one player we anim ho Roberto Fernandes we anim ho and the reason why ya Espanyol e boss style ni say time bia no person munya numbers in the midfield omo person bobo no omo ankasa half no metimi attacking through the midfield because obo 5 midfielders now etimi protecting the back line and omo very aggressive but unfortunately for Espanyol boboku no omo main man e won finfin ho Mia the red card was 3 goals at the ama Espanyol this season our the Spanish La Liga or your midfielder or was suspension with the red card a big disadvantage at the ma Espanyol boboku no so based on the 4 games at Espanyol abono mejitum say Real Madrid a huge favorite so be winning by Espanyol in almost 4 games or La Liga no kwaku omo lose match enti untimi underrate omo untimi overlook omo performance me nipa dodo na be ya adwen say ye petit mo be win this game na definitely meko e dia ma Real Madrid boboku ni say Real Madrid for na expect omo so betimi e win by uche eye UEFA Champions League na Madrid boy no against Olympique du Marseille na Alonso ya ade bi enkwaku sa ade na Alonso ye no me ye pretty sure say nyame ya do mene Alonso be repeat the same thing omo bo Olympique du Marseille e wo UEFA Champions League no on say Marseille for ne pebo a e wo se ye sha ase from ye kire enti Alonso decided say obeteki race enti use high risk approach Alonso use ni say on sanka mostly Adagule Fede Valverde ana Tchouameni omo nyina ye midfielder said the Real Madrid by UEFA Champions League no Alonso taking race no sa high risk approach o use ye no anytime be an opponent no person obobo no na etro no beje bo no bia no o ma Adagule Chouameni ana Fedi Valverde asa pushi kwa n'anim pa enti sa wo hwɛ picture here that Facebook say na a clear example of Real Madrid Alonso taking high risk approach because opponent na Ocean and episode build it up ebobo ne dodo na no ron kasa half na Alonso person ma pitch ne ketwa edima Olympic du Marseille for no and the same star ana Espanyol for ne so bo Espanyol for ne so person bobo no e wo man kasa half so most likely say how will he approach the Olympic du Marseille game no using the high risk approach no Alonso be using the same team playing against Espanyol I will be making sure say Espanyol be ma pitch na ye ketwa de ama Espanyol now wetimi nya a lot of turnovers no ajebo na enim ya because playing against Olympic du Marseille a onya asade no e ma Real Madrid fo nya 16 high turnovers omutimi gi ball no 16 times e wo opponent half for the creative chances and they most likely say Alonso be the same style na Real Madrid fo etimi nya a lot of turnovers ewo Espanyol final third no mama pitch na ye ketwa de ama Espanyol no metimi a pini Espanyol for no ma attack a lot a create a lot etimi de ball na to atnim so most likely say Alonso be repeating the same style Real Madrid fo be win game no and the good news for Real Madrid here say squad Alonso di Real game nim no Jude Bellingham back into the squad after season as no koye no operation shoulder operation no Jude Bellingham back into the squad Kamavinga back into the squad likely say two players ni benya some few minutes etimi esi akan Mbappe wo form based on Mbappe form no say ye play obetima she go di ama Real Madrid untimi mbo player bia ahead of Kylian Mbappe Lutina most likely say Mbappe ne form na wapeke how was he she goals no playing against Espanyol wo Bernabeu no Mbappe she goals there is no Dinhausen wo game nim and Dinhausen nsi akan no Real Madrid for koye appeal by appeal no omentimi wini and Oche Elder Militao so gradually opeke and to kwaku game back wa me expect Espanyol so be Real Madrid for 12th time Espanyol for form by a team obe wini dia meko ama Real Madrid bobuko no Real Madrid to win sa game no against Espanyol na 5 games e La Liga no me expect Real Madrid for say after 5 games on betimanya ne 5 wins and to say me petim obe wini a meko ama Real Madrid bobuko no Barcelona ebetima fie no mabo Getafe bobuko no club back or ha Barcelona pa no Getafe Barca fans na nkasa be dia dance say Barcelona be she Getafe bobuko ni pokra na na Barcelona break akra obe struggle anu etimi nya ne win omo tai ha Barcelona pa even last season me kai pa na Barcelona ne Getafe bo Barcelona fie no Lewandowski ne share the only goal about 19th minute efiti on Barcelona ntimi an share goal bie Barcelona call Getafe fie no ekoye 1-1 enti Barcelona share Getafe bia na ya na Getafe ema Barcelona 12th time and adia ba kwa hu about Getafe bobuko no ye say okosia Barcelona obejai bo ni nyina ma Barcelona abo because onim say ontimi mbiem ne Barcelona mbo which fact even the big guys teams akese ni mpokresia Barcelona omunim so omuntimi dominate Barcelona how much more about Getafe bobuko no enti adia Getafe fo ne ye say okosia Barcelona say e was so defending and kwaku nim say e share La Liga na se no Getafe fo so win 3 games ano melusu wanu ye shase no mo performance ne nya bada omo so enya good starter omo try say omo the same form no ebetimi dia ha Barcelona bobuku no and ade omo ye ne ye say omo kosia Barcelona pa e wo say omo ko omo traditional deep block ne ye say e wo say omo nya more numbers behind omo sit deep no mo allow Barcelona for nsem mo ball ne mfambra ball na mo body aba no ye win ball na ye use transition e de win Barcelona and definitely Getafe ball ne nkwasesa na me aduma against Barcelona obenya ne traditional deep block no obebo 3 center back because obo 3 back now we use Kiku as a right wing back Rico as a left wing back and anytime be a Getafe for be defend bia no the last line of defense no obe try so obenya nipa 4 now when you 3 central midfielders are ombo protect it the back 5 no now ama Liso ana Mayola ejina nim ho enti anytime be a Getafe be defend bia no who expect a traditional deep block or winning ball na no now why quick transition we use long balls crosses now we use the weight no so game na Getafe be no ye be hu Getafe obesity deep Barcelona na be dominate play no and obi expect Barcelona so be winning against Getafe menya sure say obeye analysis a obeka say Getafe kwa kwahye Barcelona mejitum say football bibia betima sidie by say ye critical analysis now the facts and figures egu now analyze two teams na kwaku say we ni partner metima ka say mu na yen ha beka say Barcelona be win game because Barcelona playing at home against Getafe majority ni na be kwa dia ma Barcelona say Barcelona na be win though say Getafe as a season as very well o sia Barcelona ha Barcelona obe use the traditional deep block now I try so obe frustrate Barcelona by kwaku me question am ibusa na say ye benya team bi obetima stop Barcelona from scoring ana ball na Barcelona ebo ni say no ye betimi animanimu ya ni team betima ese we share Barcelona o ma Barcelona mfa ball ento atene medical church him say Barcelona ho odin pa no eye say omukura ball under Hansi Flick and na ye Barcelona strength say ball ni kura Barcelona e ho na Barcelona command on the field of play the omotimi the ball ni ye how we build it up. How we move into channels and spaces. How we expand the opponents who defend deep corner. Barcelona will always find a way to expand the team. You know? How we create more chances. Anyhow, we channel. Emma Barcelona e crabo na. Omo is strong than any club in La Liga. Sabo crab Barcelona kwaku. Mijitum sa La Liga na yebono. The auto table ni say no e Real Madrid. Mijitum. By saying crabo, yen attack, yen create. Team bien who strong than Barcelona over the La Liga this season. And facts and figures prove right say the best attacking team of La Liga so far is Barcelona. Matches do ayabo La Liga say no kwaku. O petima a shot on target averagely or what try Barcelona. Every single game averagely shot on target or averaging 7.8. And to win Barcelona see a kind La Liga. One ball shot on target krano 7 dio obenya enti ye team an nan hwepom Barcelona players no nan hwepom o pe team so far what created big chances for La Liga Barcelona 14 enti chese u kosia Barcelona for La Liga yen created chances akese no oye dey obeye because we are creating big chances than any club for La Liga 14 we are talking about a team what's more goals than any club for La Liga 13 enti say yen creating yembo on target yen sanche goals Barcelona e wosoro ana yen krabo ni yen possess or average 70.5% enti Barcelona ho de ne kwaku eye ha wo krabo eno ne Barcelona be abehia na okrabo no na or dominate wa unim say definitely Barcelona will create, Barcelona will attack and Barcelona will score because oma ho de mpa no eye ho unim say last season omo ball 4 major competition Barcelona last season e ball La Liga UEFA Champions League, Copa del Rey and Super Copa no. Onim say 4 competitions ni nyina Barcelona boy no. Eye 2 class pe and ntimi ama Barcelona amfa ba nto amatenem. The entire season no last season na Barcelona eje La Liga eje bibia no. Obo UEFA Champions League no. Eye 2 clubs and ama Barcelona amfa ba nto amatenem. Eye Leganes and Real Sociedad. These are the only clubs that Barcelona ntimi amfa ba nto natenem. And say team echo entire season not only 2 clubs and to me prevented Barcelona from scoring. Now a brand new season. Every single game be a Barcelona will be a washegu. Every single game you real season, you know. Every single game be a Barcelona she. So the big question will be able to say why are the best stop Barcelona from scoring? Because a yakwa say when the Barcelona she be a kwaku obe dominate you obe create no washe goals so me expect Barcelona to so be more than 2 goals against Getafe me expect Barcelona say 2 or more goals or they better Getafe at him Getafe be try so be defend the frustrate Barcelona by how Barcelona are attacking how we create more chances no me expect no less than 2 goals from Barcelona say playing against Getafe no ebe bo mo eno ni made abo Barcelona over the years everything is a Hansi Flick by no e nyoma me no ade ama Barcelona fans ni esri sese ama omenya gidie ni eye nneoma mienu consistency and tactical stability enneoma mienu a Hansi Flick aboa Barcelona team no eye stability then tactical stability so we check Barcelona eba food ne so a omo consistency of play how we metimi maintain high and reliable level of performance e was so enti ometime win matches ato so saa enti ama team na nyagidie ama supporters na nyagidie omo boboku nim ana tactical stability hwekwan a omo system entice sa almost system of play ni nyina no very effective enti ye game back a say Hansi Flick decide say obe rest obi to say Fermin Lopez no the Danny Olmo abo so obema Christiansen asase obema Eric Garcia asase oye rotation pokra say dey akwaku me expect Barcelona to win this game against Getafe and not less than 2 goals from Barcelona because on attack ne how on attack no anu ehye me train team obe stop Barcelona say oma Barcelona emfa ball ento ma team me pe team obe win ya metipo Barcelona team no Liverpool ball Everton Merseyside derby efiti 1894 ebesine Everton ni Liverpool for about 246 games from 1894 besine 1894 and yenya Everton ni Liverpool so omo first game so from that period ebesine no about 246 games 246 games no Liverpool win mu 100 Everton win mu 68 and a 78 about draw so between Liverpool and Everton the otai en dominating yonko no Liverpool bobuku and kwaku obi a watch Liverpool ni Everton game bia na ye tough any brewum that's the reason why in the history of Premier League there is no single fixture produce record than Liverpool ni Everton produce records in 25 say one fixture produce records in 25 chess sa two teams ni share na any bre was a game nim but dia ba ko ma Liverpool for advantage ni say ye bo game ni wo Liverpool fear na Liverpool for wa reshem say ye be awie no menya good results because on last 28 games on my ball wo Liverpool fear no Liverpool lose ba ko pe enti say team mienu sia wo ba ko fear not the last 28 games ba ko pe ana ba ko wini a chese de otai wini kese na dominate so ade ma Liverpool for no arehemu ni say ye bobo no Anfield ye bobo no Liverpool fie na the last 28 no Everton ababa wini ba ko pa Liverpool for was our home supremacy over Everton which ma Liverpool for no advantage say obetime wini game no but kwaku ye share season na se no obi a wahwe Everton team ni bia under David Moyes unso ma improve unless some person be kan okre so wahwe Everton team na unse as a improvement abem unse Everton for first game olusu against Leeds by the second game against Brighton the third game against Wolves the fourth game against Aston Villa unse match after match Everton under David Moyes improve and to say what check the performance of Everton Everton for betima ko Liverpool team no based on our performance o me show say ye share season na say David Moyes about 4 at the back 4 at the back no bono about 2 deep midfielders and I said double pivots about Tim and Idrissa Gana Gueye as the double pivots in front of the back 4 at the Everton team no now we use to Disbury Hall as a roaming number 10 in front of the double pivots now we use to 2 wingers Ombe move between the flanks and the central channels. And 2 wingers will use to say Ombe move between the flanks and the central channels. No, Jack Grealish and Indiai. And so far, Jack Grealish a movie for Manchester City. Ebe PM Everton Okwaku Obi a watch Jack Grealish be himself a performance so far so good. 4 games, 4 assists. And Grealish perform very well. Or show say oyesa wingers playing against Everton obetima ha any fullback. Now we use to a branch friend say Beto as a physical number 9. The reason why David Moyes use to Beto as a physical number 9 here say or per number 9 you bet hold on play as a target man. Now we use the physicality and the upper body strength. Etimia battle with other defenders. Now we etimia making sure say we are bringing runners into play. And to watch David Moyes team now kwaku say so mu sia kan ya omo focus on counter build up. Counter build up e football eye transitional game. Enti omo twaya ma uso ki pressure na omo contain pressure na omo je ball ne pe quick attacking transition because on him say or Jack Grealish or Indiai or Disbury Hall or Beto no ma use sa counter build up no e make sure say omo dey create omo chances and omo defend there because of Tim and Idrissa Gana Gueye no omo timi say odi omo back for just to make sure say omo retain compactness e we chiro so under David Moyes ne 4 games ababo so far our Premier League no kwaku I think say Everton improve as compared to some previous season yehu Everton bobuku no ba kwaku Liverpool upper hand emfa won say David Moyes ne Everton na improve no Liverpool for e upper hand onim see a season ase no Liverpool for enya ne fo omo game against Bournemouth omo first game no Liverpool brain and winning 4-2 and omo kobo Newcastle me patcho be ba ho omo kobo Newcastle omo winning 3-2 omo bo Arsenal omo winning 1-0 omo bo Burnley omo winning 1-0 even ewo Community Shield omo ne Crystal Palace hwekwan Liverpool for Crystal Palace di omo fa so ana nanu ya in the UEFA Champions League where the Atletico Madrid for ebe ha omadwen enti ye share season ase no Liverpool for ndi omo nya smooth run sa ba de ehia wo football mu pa ye win emfa won say Liverpool for enya total dominance emfa won say Liverpool for my 5-star performance no Liverpool always find a way to win games. That's the most important thing because a league na yebo league ni nyina awia yenko calculate why na ball efe ade ebe mo win league e ye wa benya more points enti yebo league ni nyina awie no yenko ye say the win league ni ye de obo efe e ye de onya more number of points enti Liverpool for emfa ho say ye season ase no omunya a smooth run they always find a way to win enya dia e wo Liverpool ema Liverpool for ne upper hand over Everton team because Liverpool nim kwan obefa so e win games. And the reason why Emma Liverpool for no say almost struggle game say they almost to be winning here say omenya winning mentality. Say when Liverpool for say kan that winning mentality ometime impact e was supporters nim oma impact o players nim oma impact o the coaching staff nim enti emfa won how Liverpool for be struggle no Liverpool for will always find a way to win. And so winning mentality no e how etimi abo Liverpool for no amomutimi overcome challenges even under pressure. And so mu see akan na mu ye den kra na omu nim say ye betima contain pressure no ye betima make sure say ye bo overcome say pressure na enya win. Typical example when Liverpool against Newcastle pressure Liverpool for fame but mutimi retaining sa pressure no e overcome sa pressure no enya de ebo Liverpool bobuko no and sa core component ama Liverpool for enya sa winning mentality no sa core component ni de di kan e resilience component ama Liverpool for nya sa winning mentality no core component in the first thing I'm noticing about Liverpool team no resilience how omunya setback omutimi overcome sa setback no confidence omwo determination Liverpool for how omuye focus and discipline and how omutimi adapt to game management enti e ka hu bi ana ye say kwaku Liverpool for ni say referee mpon aben a e ka 1 minute ko betimi nya gidi so be she go because when nya sa winning mentality no on a Belm of boy, you know, Chiesa go about 88 minutes. On a Newcastle boy, 90 plus 10 and a winning goal by. On a Arsenal boy, 83rd minutes. On a Burnley boy, 90 plus 5. In the UEFA Champions League, Kwachake time will team winning against Atletico Madrid. Until clearly, Liverpool for winning mentality no and abuama Liverpool team no say emuya dance at the moment pokra no mu ogidie say koka 1 minute mpokro betimi e win this game no and no and a big advantage at Liverpool ahead of Everton for never try say oba be frustrating Liverpool team no by Liverpool for no advantage so betimi win Everton team na kwakuye kan nyina no omo weakness kese pa na say omo constant pressure omo a lot of individual errors e wo metro so me expect say obi to say Isaac Salah, Cody Gakpo, McAllister, and guys in Abema Everton for the constant pressure. So much me Everton for the constant pressure. Kweku enyem wan cross Liverpool benya penalty. Enyem wan say Liverpool benya penalty because so we steady Everton for weakness omo constant pressure. Omo commit a lot of errors, a lot of fouls around omo box. And omo mpe team omo use omo weight ni bebre omo use wings ni bebre and playing against skillful players eya na Everton for e sheki kakra so meko advantage for Liverpool team no Manchester and Chelsea on paper a game kesiye because Manchester ye team kesiye Chelsea a team kesiye so on paper a big game Chelsea Manchester United any day big game nemum performance no em match two clubs ne status most especially Manchester United enti anka check omo kesiye na o expect say based on how our two teams near kese no anka performance never was do bebree by recently so we check it our performance titru pan Manchester United no un say performance no a drop it pressure our teams ni mienu so titru ne Manchester say was omnya 3 points no Manchester our Premier League no we win baako pe and we lose mienu no a draw baako enti ehun be hia say Manchester United team no ebetime win your games e do manim ana akọ Chelsea the last 2 games in all competition wa draw Brentford and okolusu Allianz Arena enti Chelsea hwe nim say ombe win sa game we no net me asa busi omo confidence ni biem because I would draw against Brentford now okolusu against Bayern now Manchester United for esa shawa I said the Chelsea spirit in ebeba form kakra so Chelsea for be try some back win sa game we no na busi omo confidence kwaku our field ne so no but say na ubo Ruben Amorim a voice say sebi se pope mpokra be catch ne say onsesa ni formation a onsesa no for Ruben Amorim eto nchen na yendi nkomo wo pitch ne so wo de fa ne say Manchester fo nyina agya atum say big mu nyina agya atum say Amorim nya de yem fa ne nto nchen me mpesa me discuss Amorim ni en discuss ball no United problem ankasa so mu si akan yede. That's the first question I was obisa ho. Emfa ho ne de Ruben Amorim mistakes obey ni nyina no. Se Manchester si akan pa na. Manchester on the field. Game na ekoso a problem net eyede. Kwaku Manchester problems ni nyina no. Faces of play no. They are not clinical. And defensively they are poor. That's the se game ne cause omu problem kese no Ruben Amorim si on se standing formation so obekwa ne 3 back no meboa Lenny Yoru Delete ana Luxor ne bebo obebo ne left wing back Patrick Dogu now obo ne right wing back so be yusu Mazrai yusu so a no de nabo infinfin ono menim so obema Bruno Fernandes ni Ugarte na abo se Kunya ababak so be yusu Kunya ene mbwamu anaso be yusu Ama Diallo na wabo Benjamin Sesko enti ni formation no ensesa sa formation na Ruben Amorim na bono e create chances anase increase the first question kwaku sa wo check Manchester United so si akan a Manchester create chances pa otimi create from the wing from the wings and no create from the central midfield area because the wing backs no etimi push forward e create chances the Manchester the central midfielders ni Bruno timi push forward e create the double number 10s ni timi create and in terms of creativity kwaku Manchester United in lucky you se team enshegua the first thing abebu sa won say o create ana because the team on shego no obeka say any on creating no ntimi nche but the problem with Manchester United ni say o create bo ntimi nche and to prove further kwaku in Premier League na yebo so far no among 20 clubs team what touch ball kese power opponent box me Manchester 128 these are fast and figures
and so mutimi move ball no ko animu
omutimi move ball no ko anim not even Liverpool not even Manchester City not even Arsenal team what touch ball kese power opponent penalty box Manchester United 128 take no to ye ka team in the Premier League so far among accurate crosses ediko opponent half Manchester United 6.5 take no so to so far team among accurate long balls echo opponent half Manchester United 32.8 and ye ka top 10 teams e Premier League omu creating big chances Manchester ka ho so kwaku this fast and figures e prove say Manchester United team attack o team create so se team attack e create then no expect goals onim say SG so far expected goals in the Premier League SG expected goals sanka wo expected teams say was almost goals na ye can SG no SG indicator onim say so far Premier League no Man City wo 8.5 Manchester United wo 8.3 teams sanka expected say was more goals no the odi kan ye Man City the otoso mienu ye Manchester United and Manchester United problem is say omu crabo na omu timi create by goals na ember just 4 goals So Manchester United problem first one say game na cause they are not clinical almost say chances be brave when Manchester United against Arsenal chances are Manchester United nyai omo bo we wiase nyina by moment me am convert omo chances no and Manchester United e problem in terms of goal scoring and goal scoring no Benjamin Sesko a new player Mbuemo new player Kunya new player so the front three na we anim ho no a new players are understanding ni nyambai and no through the final third akwaku that final decision making that calmness composure no Manchester United dey lack we anim ho uyi goals omuntimi nsha se Manchester United defend ya kwaku obi a notice saa de we Manchester United first line of defense so defend ya Sesko Sekunya na bebo anase Mbuemo a eya check the gap between the first line of defense and the second line Manchester United second line no Bruno Fernandes and Ugarte the gap between the first line and the second line no huge emuwa and no second line and no third line of defense that's the midfield and the final defensive line no eya check gaps no so Manchester United defend ya anka kwaku se team elbow 5 at the back who expect say obetime retain compactness se team elbow 5 at the back who expect say and obetime leave little space in between the lines but me no can say Manchester above 5 back by a year spaces in between the lines no the first defensive line second defensive line and the third defensive line no a year na a huge anti opponent exploit ho ebina Fulham de yomo no ebina Manchester City de yomo no so Chelsea are oba be face Manchester United no Chelsea betima take advantage over Manchester United because Chelsea so ho den pa na say ya attack so far Chelsea attack ya o ma kire so munim go ni se o mutimi create Chelsea 8 million 6 players e opponent half our numbers e opponent half so far in the Premier League teams o ma create kese no anaso o ma she goals kese no Chelsea e ka ho bi enti say yen she goals enye Chelsea problem Chelsea kwose away go akwaku ba enye mwawa Chelsea konya go Manchester United fear enye mwawa by Chelsea so problem here say defensively akwakoye problem e dey ma Chelsea e game back a onim say the last 12 games are Manchester ni Chelsea abo Old Trafford ni nyina no Chelsea ntimi nche Manchester win 5 and draw 7 enti say Manchester United team ne enya kura na say Chelsea so ko ho a ntimi nche enti game back a it seems draw ebetime piem draw right ebetime piem for Arsenal then Manchester City goals
okay
enti eno no meko no over 1.5 over 2.5
right
say Arsenal nka so timi Manchester City ewo Emirates and Arsenal the here say Arsenal be defend very well Arsenal have opportunity to score so eno so
they know how to defend too
they know how to defend enti eno no meko goals then again Inter Sassuolo may expect a win or draw for Inter Milan because omenya poor start ewo the Italian Serie A AC Milan against Udini away AC Milan so far enye bad Udini so enye bad Luka Modric perform very well and sa game so under 3.5 ewo game nim Bayern against Bremen over 2.5
okay Kwame Biggie welcome patcho meeting wadaroma
welcome first of all my man Shasia and free Manchester United and Chelsea game no it's already these two teams not so mobile bishia looking at the current performances of these two teams now you catch you say Ibako our future no be just the victor in this meeting akwaku e dey about him first Chelsea with no disrespect to Manchester United recent games our teams ni no abo obia matches our ball where Chelsea this particular season Chelsea team hasn't gotten a very good season so far but Chelsea season also hasn't been bad Debbie baby Chelsea the eye opener was the last game at Chelsea boy in the Champions League a lot of the Chelsea supporters no mu feel say baby a team na kwa duru baby a team ni gina no baby a be din to obi betimi a Chelsea no ahye no because so we need with team mpo na team na team akọ Club World Cup akọ share kesefo na Chelsea team a share kesefo no de o mato mo proper plays a obe expect say afi team na gina ye anya ma be kon kan dia ma Chelsea so the supporters and everybody in and around the club was in full confidence. So I feel baby a Chelsea team na do ne the omo short will be betimi a Chelsea. Their steps in a certain Bayern Munich. Our match Chelsea the reality check. I feel supporters ni obi o work club ni mu bia. Adwen ba so say Chelsea team na yehu ne sa no. Yes team ni good e no kre. Na mum team ni nya invincible. Enti afei no. Chelsea supporter ka bibia. Yes confidence dey wo ho. But obey a bit skeptical about nsem obeka. Kwaku found that Chelsea performance near better than Manchester United there. Because United there no. From last season, Eben this season. The first match of the season, especially United near Arsenal. Manchester United lose here. But a lot of the Manchester United supporters know. Enya GDA kaka looking at how Manchester United played. And that would want to feel say. Border United near Arsenal boy, you know. Omo betimi atoa so saa. So omo toa so saa. No omo nya good conversion rate. And also more money to be converted balls and there. Manchester United would be a better team this season than what we saw last season. But after say about 4 matches we league you know. Supporters then so ya to say at the end said the corner there and sure. Na ya kwa say last season there no bia. It's your Manchester United supporters no. And so dwene hu mienu. But since 2013, Manchester United Boboko no and Chelsea share in a league game. Na ye Old Trafford and Quadia Chelsea intimi nche. Every 2013 ever. Manchester United Boboko Asia Chelsea in a league game. Na ye Old Trafford and Quadia Chelsea intimi nche. That gives the Manchester United supporter some sort of confidence. Se team na ye kwa share no. E wo mta the performance na ye chen ye de no. E wo mta Manchester United performance na nye. But baby aye baba be share na to that football. Sa nema we na play role. Kwaku ye no ni free one mo a. Two coaches no mo baba be share ne no. Omo na be decide game ne dia mo clubs. Me ka so omo na be decide games ne dia mo clubs because coaches ne nsa no when felt and be board the results aba. Manchester United last game of boy against Manchester City. Now me feel say Manchester United is in a position and wasn't Manchester United team winning against Manchester City. But coaching mistakes are yeah. Selection a 1 year only lead to the loss of Manchester United. If we are saying that City are carrying the 3 maximum points, I was Manchester United 3-0 or the points in the call. The mistakes Amorim made in the game against Manchester City. So when we repeat some mistakes in it, then the kind of history and answer record that honor since 2013 no everything we repeating home. But Amorim menya selection ni ye. To say the 1 year against Manchester City no. Kwaku ebe we are say na Chelsea carry 3 points on they call. Mistake by Amorim here against Manchester City. I had a problem no. So Manchester United Igbo game this season Amorim mama yati ase so on the system and the tactics and the formation on to stand da and your problem. So on to stand da coaches Roman to Salmon Sano. People don't talk about them so much because they get results. And yeah, I want to stand a washer. Obiani wundi problem o. So on to stand but oh in here nobody is going to say anything. Debbie. But the moment our results in them mano. That is what people are going to talk. There are other coaches in the Premier League. And as a one coach I am in the Premier League anymore. I also about the 3-back system DB. Oliver Glasner for Crystal Palace. What transforming Crystal Palace team no? Since Obabefa team no. It's one Auburn. Results now Eben. Nobody is going to complain. Say about 3-back. Debbie. But people are complaining about who Amorim Odiene because Bona Auburn and for the intended results in But what decided to always stick it to that and your problem. But you have to get your selections right because a toda and found a system so when your selections in a year it goes in favor of you. Manchester City and Manchester United. Now Man United. I feel it should have been a blessing in disguise. Kuni Epra, Messi Mount Epra. The double number 10 position now Manchester United a bono. In Bomo and about the right side of the double number 10. Now Kuni about the left side of the double number 10. It is a koba. Se Kuni and one na upe and then kwa pay in Bomo ewa ni mu honoma. Who should it be? Now me feel say you Bruno Fernandes. But coach really decided to obey you see Amad Diallo. Amad Diallo I own Manchester United. flourish well. And that's what me about the double number 10 year. Just what Jina baby and Bomo Jinano, or the double number 10 Runimo. But I heard him in Bomo, the Bomo available. It is opposite Chinchama Diallo Bobia. Yawama Diallo are functioning well this season and better than Mazraoui as a right wing back. It's not immediately as a coach in pushing Mazraoui and in the Coco Boss our position. No, not Chinchilla Diama Diallo, echo the double number 10, which is the left side. Abraham is a player and a left-footed player, and just a right-footed player and a boss our position. No, so it would have been a perfect place for Bruno Fernandes. Minumi and Nunsusunim. So Bruno Fernandes are more dangerous when he gets closer to the opponent's 80-yard area. But coach in Mubia. Aside, Manchester United in Finfin this season, Ugarte Achara say he's not a player we can rely on. It is a team like Chelsea. After the mistakes you made against Manchester City, now decided to know our best sticky to her. Obama Manchester United midfield now a week. As I said, you already Bruno about the number 6 because Ugarte wouldn't provide any form of support for player friend say Bruno Fernandes. So coach in Manchester United, yeah, it should be a game for Casemiro Nicobimenu. I won't feel for him. Cunha no started training, but I'm not sure I was so risky or more. Debbie, only you see Bruno in that position because Bruno called him very dangerous. The Chelsea midfield, Kwaku, it is one of the strongest departments in the Chelsea setup. Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, and from Enzo Fernandez probably ABR this season on Sedania that good. But so we buy many game referee more. A lot of the matches are Enzo Fernandez abo. Even when he's not getting good games, the supporters don't talk because Obe assist and also Obe share. For some time now, that has been the strength of Enzo Fernandez. It's at a pointer. Now, Kopama Mobo Muntibinia goes and from Chelsea. No, Enzo Fernandez was the go-to man for Chelsea. He either gives you an assist or a goal. It is a Enzo Bonio. Enzo Ambonio oppose a threat to any form of team Aosia. And he's a workaholic player in midfield. It is a one-year player so more stronger. Ebe no. Na Kai said only Enzo no much for almost. And that is going to make the job difficult for Manchester United. Should Manchester United lose the midfield battle, they are going to lose the game. I was a coach, Emma Jane, Eba Saadi so. I don't know why he keeps using Luke Shaw as a left centre back. He provides nothing to the Manchester United team. Chelsea attack na it is an attack solid. João Pedro Neto, probably William Estivayo. Baba be Jem no Baba be Shawa. The man here Dane say players me and Sunny a ball playing forwards. So it was not as if say Abia, your Bakubu one more, especially the number 9. I bear João Pedro. Ebi only nimbo nebo. It will be stationed at one position. No what can boss on a derby. Or a number 9. But he plays more or less like a number 10. It will be me drifting away from the defense anytime we are. No one creating opening their other teammates. It will be here center back, sir. Almost be sharp, almost sense of awareness. Be also. And I mean, who look sure so kita sa adi no. Or be Manchester United bobo kono. Chelsea has the strength. Chelsea has the upper hand. It is a coach in our selection here. Now when deploying the tactics here, so record net that since 2013. Say Chelsea back Old Trafford their own team channel. Probably this Chelsea team ever be breaky. Especially coming from the backdrop. Chelsea last game of Champions League, they didn't get good results. Chelsea man met Old Trafford and I say Omegina Old Trafford. So when you good results against Bayern Munich or Sanso Ababe lose the game way and so the account Debbie. And the coach Ruben Amorim has to be very careful, extremely careful. The system asem, the tactics asem, or so be anyone more because all no coach no betie. It's any problem. Yanka wasem ya jayamano. Or no any team, or no any juma. But he has to make sure so many results in the Manchester United. But if I am to pick any team, I'm a placing me bet honor. Looking at the quality of players. Selection of players. The system working this time around. I'm going to go for a double chance for Chelsea at the expense of Manchester United. Kwaku, Oko France, there is one game about Basel. It is supposed to be a very big game, but there is one team who take you over the French league. I'm other teams. No, sorry to say, AI teams are AI is a born a company nimbo. That is Paris Saint-Germain. On the Olympic Marseille near Bababisha. Olympic Marseille in the past, Olympic Lyonnais in the past. These were the teams I ever started French League 1. Now you probably be to me the French League 1. Omuni ebebo omudin. Because at that time, Omuna was our quality, no. Omuna dominated the French League 1. But today, there is a certain Paris Saint-Germain our quality when it comes to play or field. So the coach, experience, no quality, our park. So our squad depth. It is almost player about kumpoa. It's a system ne work it. No other players from the bench are good in it. It makes it difficult for the other teams. Some will be teaming in a Gina toe to toe. No money in a ball. Olympic Marseille last season a performance in your back. Open one of the best coaches. When it comes to building teams, Obeboni Dia Roberto Di Zerbi from Brighton, from Sassuolo. Osha Juma na waye. Team bi obekwa for be just give him time. Yam pick talent, quality across the board. Now yam fancy team manager strong there. Obenya Roberto Di Zerbi wo ho. He moves into the French League 1. Last season only the second. Our French League 1 anymore. But only only team B. That is a Paris Saint-Germain compete. Now the Olympic Marseille. Now to be the second. Looking at the kind of quality, the gulf in quality between the two teams, may assure say M found points gap and them about 19 points or so. Still now be confident say what to be about home again. It is like those days. Barcelona, Real Madrid, I was Spanish La Liga anymore. At a point, Valencia bet me a detail. Now Valencia supporters acquire your trophy. Normally at stadium. So I'm to swat your league because someone to mean to Barca and Madrid. Looking at the quality. Sana French League it's Olympic Marseille and G League. But looking at the performance last season, no, they felt they have done well. This season, we're topping up with one or two quality on the squad anymore. Mason Greenwood that's so horrible, onya numbers, no, and so the Olympic Marseille. Wakwa for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and Nababa Kahu anymore. And these two players, looking at the kind of quality of possess, no, every team have any form of defense. Aside, if you watch the game against Real Madrid, Timothy Williams also by, he's getting a position at all power board from Juventus. But at the point, not Onyamo, but this time around, he's getting it. And or try to obey the best at the Ama club. No? They lost against Real Madrid. But I am sure that gave me some sort of confidence because Omo performance, though Madrid dominated, but Omo performance and then yet that bad. They came in to fight. It is all about Bishia Paris Saint-Germain. Omo Bepe, so me putting in that kind of fight in the game against PSG. Bakwaku, who are two teams we are. The last 10 meetings between these two teams, Paris Saint-Germain winning Makumaku 8. 8 now Paris Saint-Germain are winning. No. There's been one drawn game. And I must say, a winning just one. One now must say a winning was a cup game in 2023. Coupe de France. And I'm share Paris Saint-Germain boku no me no free on them. It was a team and a consistent line on Messi. Any name and at that time. But so we no film. Now Osha, this kind of players meeting Paris Saint-Germain has been a problem. Last season almost show home and away. Same kind year. It was 3-1 Bako and a 4-0 so Bako. At a point. Now it was difficult to Marseille even a goal against Paris Saint-Germain. But I feel that this season, looking at how they are playing, the game against Real Madrid have set Eben some sort of confidence. You had this particular game, Eben build some sort of momentum. But I feel the PSG was so much quality in their squad. And their PSG Bemese had the services of a player, friend Osman Dembele. But Gonzalo Ramos, in the absence of Dembele, anytime they get the opportunity, extra someone see a player, someone good. And Olympic Marseille also has a very big problem. Omo backline, omo trusted central defender, na ya forget. Doubtful. It is a get facility fitness tester. That is when they are going to get that kind of strength in their backline. But in the absence of Naef again, I feel the Paris Saint-Germain quality even though almost the substance of Osman Dembele, I may say probably João Neves. But they still have that kind of quality. Players is the ones that are Emerymo, Ebeba Babishim, no matter tormenting Olympic Marseille team. No, it is an away game. Olympic Marseille neighbor home, but the strength and might of Paris Saint-Germain me feels a better about to play him, and a very difficult. And the Mama say team, so will be to me and win against this Paris Saint-Germain side. Probably a slim win because they are not going to have all their arsenals. It will game anymore. Ntibeko for a slim win for your Paris Saint-Germain bobo kono kwaku. Arsenal. And so if you know about Manchester City bobo kono. There is a lot of pressure on a coach if any say Mikel Arteta kwaku. It is just because say you league now our problems will team anymore. Now when team and G League It was clear, it was evident. So problems they were team nim na ment went to be Angie Liga. Etoda ni penya kwan bi gina so no mo de apade no. In the previous 3 seasons, Arsenal went to me Angie League no. There were windows and now chat for the coach obi to me afam. Oh, William Saliba pray. It's your third to me and performing and yeshe. Another season. Nipo obo number 9 the Arsenal. Oh, pray. Kai Havertz. It's the Arsenal and me and Liga and yeshe. Oh, Bukayo Saka at the point in what last season. It was one of the reasons in the Arsenal and me and League. Gabriel Martinelli, a pray. It's at the point. Now Arsenal like that firepower. One of the reasons in the Arsenal and me and League. At the time will be ano. Now you can't find the tour mama coach of Felix Mikel Arteta because problems I won't team no. So problems now are clear and will be able to say no man in team League going to me and me for the Premier League top spot. But you read this season mono. Problems now for the past 3 seasons. I have coach of Felix Mikel Arteta. Even though I build a good side the Arsenal no. Arsenal them penny for now making sure. So mo be man is can all their failures are problems no. Portos the Arsenal bobo no. And the coach now finally say Mikel Arteta. This time around, it looks more or less like only excuse be a team no. Say Saliba pra and now the be excuse ah. Ya about the card ya kwa to center backs aba. Gabriel Mosquera and Christian Mosquera. Henkapi. These are 2 quality center backs. And no matter be Arsenal bobo no. Henkapi share that mo be brema ye. But for Mosquera, since Saliba any no, the partnership are forming with Gabriel. I is so strong to the stand. Say it looks more or less like say our boss now team be 5 years scramble. It is here. Saliba issue now 2 seasons ago. Only one man coach in the Gina so I can say nunti a kahun and I'm to be in the Premier League. No, that problem is solved. So number 9 last season na your problem. Ya kwa ko to Victor Jokeres said in Abreu. Jokeres ba Premier League he hasn't been bad. About 4 matches. 4 matches now about Premier League or 3 goals. Oh, your story said Troy Dini can't want them. Say your smaller teams in our show. But say your smaller team too. Say your smaller team too. When you have 3 goals from 4 games. And in football, teams can get one in every league. And also Chakasiano. It would also be a good strike and that's a Shakasian Kwa. Or the Shakasian and Kwana, so mention get one and Kwa. You be really head over the top scorer will league him. It's the most important thing, and it's a striker in your goals the Arsenal. It's every problem that has hindered Arsenal from winning the Premier League for the past 3 seasons. The second match, that problem is solved. It is here. I take any excuse to be here. Pep Guardiola, on the other hand, last season, one of the worst seasons of Pep Guardiola career. And Guardiola Nankasa as a coach would want to do things right this season. So they better forget what happened the last season. Your starting season on the first game against Wolves, it was a super performance. Tottenham Babacheno, and I Tottenham Manchester City will say, yes, you have a very good team. Name them. When you're invincible, there are times our matches we all my team win it. And move the amount. And I Tottenham beat you know. From there, Pep Guardiola making sure so better things right against Manchester United. Yes, Manchester United team is that strong to say the Arsenal team. That is very true. But at least getting that win gives you confidence. Only build momentum after that. He played in the Champions League against Napoli. A very strong side. Red card, it is true. But red card is a part of football. If we are saying, Manchester City are the most important win. The striker, Erling Haaland, keeps firing from all angles. He is one player, watcher. Say he has the quality to beat any form of defense. Just give him the balls in the right positions. Oh, the ball, no man. Oh, baby, Ojina Yena. Oh, baby, make sure all the ball never to net anymore. Arsenal were a very strong defense. And the ABA probably. Now one can't go down way to say the way against Manchester United. No money but to watch Haaland this season, he's trying to obey BB the kind of ball. Haaland now is the first. No, he's always a station to number 9. Ojina box him now or trying balls. No, this season Haaland the ball is there are times I'll be Haaland so or track it back. About supporting Manchester City defensively. It's the Haaland try say, we share defense more there. On one can find these spaces away from the 80-yard area. Now what try about be a team player rather than being a station number 9. It is so become police ama Haaland no. This time around a thing because Onyina baby ba could be him to say Haaland na him no. Zubimendi no ball. Our boy in the last game they played quality performance. But the Manchester City midfield a lot will depend on player friend say Rodri. since I Rodri back no you share them a lot from the player to say Rodri na you nimble no but those players I call them the BBL TVC players with a single touch obetimi a difference maker the amount team I will see a kind of the man I expect to obey a lot this time around should be Tijani Renders. He's shown the kind of quality or glimpses of the kind of performance the Manchester City Bobo Kono undo the standard of Kevin De Bruyne. That is very true. But in his own way, good performances on the Manchester City there, and the Arsenal midfield and so are strong. And you have to bring your A game on board to get the needed results. Eberechi Eze, since joining Arsenal Kweku hasn't been bad, and people are going to expect a lot from him. Say Odegaard no money ho. Now other players in the Honoma, Eberechi as an Madueke, just as they have done in the last game they played in the league, should make sure they are going to step up for Arsenal. It is a difficult game, so we call it. Say Arsenal being a straight win, though they have the home advantage and playing against Manchester City, especially at the Emirates. For some time now, Arsenal has been that good. But me who Pep Guardiola say Okwakwa lose this particular game against Mikel Arteta. Kwaku, I see possibly a goal scoring draw. Either 1-1 or 2-2.
Goal scoring draw?
Yes. 1-1 or 2-2 between these two sides.
Right. Thank you very much, my brother.
Thank you too.
Yelako na yatwa so amof edi fisam no edi bebreye na nkomofofro bi a wo hoso so yedi atwa so na edidi so bebree. Inti unse nsam ne de bebree na na wo ho. There are lots of things to discuss too. Kotoko, BBA Gold Stars, representing yen and so Africa. Into whom be ye pa na into no if you have no a doss I will say ye di hunko bebre. Into ever call the akobon who say your comofo frosso so ye dia ye be cheremom booking course no aya crado na aya crado dia president Kentenchire. Nancy Eminia. Now, bookie course in here. Now, our screenshots and the camera. Code number 1 BW1 299 3F72. BW1 299 3F72. Afe code number 2 BW1 299 A08B BW1 299 A08B code number 3 BW1 299 F8D9 BW1 299 F8D9 code number 4 BW1 29A 29B5 BW1 29A 29B5 code number 5 BW1 29A 4728 BW1 29A 4728 last code for the day. Ain't fa na kwacho na peka kratu bottom BW1 29A BD0A BW1 29A BD0A. Thank you very much, my brother. Ain't you kwa move wo na no na openyin bi se oso dae na obi ekɔhwem ama ya kye no was sports no so na me so we de ehu hia so obeka me susu say amofo tino openyin wa ha obi awiem o se say amofo ti TV so o se obi awiem nya wo se obi awiem o se was some topic no o se obi awiem o se rofa me you question no o se awiem ni de ora amofa and obi be wiem so an nipa waware no correct no correct and me be che o se
The own worry in you. Almost worry and glad you're going to die.
Yo, intino.
Almost yam papa. Aha, said them kind and come from.
Intino.
It is not the hour and one.
Suffer no say no who should be a na me say
well who say will be a real more sports on
I channel
and
me say I move for and I was wonye mu no say obi a wiem na me say what can so obi a wiem na say ke bigi ujitum say obi ka say so ujitum so wiem but enyo no nko na wiem
indirectly because
Bruni Kasana
wiem anya hwe because obi awiem
Bruni Kasana
say akwa no wiem wajatum so wiem
mo ada watimi akata asemu ya no
TV so say wiem asafo
azam na me kan wan ti ase ana
ento aso so wiem
mi wiem
so you that so
we yere ya we so wiem
mi wiem but we na o come see obi a
what the foundation na ene kwa ha ye beda ha isan say foundation ko ya de wa ha
Lawbeck Foundation fantastic
and Lawbeck for ye ko e bibu ha nti why fi me kwa memma oboa
na ya nkra wi
akoda obi nchei akwaba
go mejo so
wa hia na Salome for mo te sen
oh anu a osma me ko digi mama me ko ene ho ye na koku ye be shase of course Ghana Premier League matches e wo ho ene sanso ena ne eyadia CAF Confederation Asante Kotoko eguso mo eya hoboa na mamisha semfemfri enra Ghana Premier League match baako enso etimi etodwa ewo eye takwa eho ena Mediama Sporting Club enso eche Vision FC eche omo eka enai ema Vision FC womo entumi antisa eka no ewo no mo ye Kamal Dean ono enya go ewo no mo Salam Abdul ebo baako Emmanuel Owusu ede baako eso so enafe Nuruddin Abdullahi one so ere baako eso sinti enra our Ghana Premier League match baako a Friday night eno etimi pass no detia ene se Mediama Sporting Club womo etimi edi nkunim eka enai ema ene Vision FC womo enso entumi antisaka no ewo no ma eno eye detia enso nti we eye highlight no ana ohwe no eye television so no na nyasem kitokra Mediama eye TV Medi TV womo adaroma eno mo de highlight we no enso ede ema ya bra discussion gusu ekoso no eye dia obehu we eye first go a eno so etimi to dwa nti no eno ye de tiano no mayenko na fenyame adma enne games mienu ena e paso 11 wonders e bo Heart of Lions eye 3 PM no miensa ena sa game no ebetimi atodwa ena fe Hoho United enne enya sem kitokra Hoho ehobeye deye pa omoni Young Apostles ena ebo na eye no miensa ena sa game no ebetodwa shenu so se ene Hoho United ena fe Young Apostles game no eye dia e live e Onua TV ena fe TV3 enti ya no wa shenu so se ene open match day live ni bia hwede a eho ena ado ani bechemu na fe TV3 na wotima akwa hwe bi ono mo sanse we no ye ne adie mu wate ase na nyame adama da kosiada games no ebesan atoa so na ho ena Jonas Stars Ebabo Nations FC eno eye 3 PM na sa game no ebetimi atodwa Swadro All Blacks Swadro enso beye de womo nso eye first home game womo ene Brekum Chelsea ena ebo Bechem United ebebo Holy Stars ena fe Samates nsenche ene adia omo enso ebo eye Karela United omo ebo ewo no mo ena fe nyame adama Monday one game eba so Dreams FC ene House of Folk ena ebo nemo Asante Kotoko ene eye Go no so omo na nno nkomo bo nemom eyade omo ewo ene CAF Confederation NFA Champions League nintino enya dia sa game no ebetimi abaso ewo no mo enti we eye Ghana Premier League matches ebaso na otwewe ye ana me dia to anim no na yenkonko wuramu ewo ye CAF Confederation Cup no nyame adama da ochina Kumasi Asante Kotoko Sporting Club womo ene Kwara United omo free Nigeria ana ebo ewo no mo ewo Accra Sports Stadium na game no enso ebaso me patro shan so say eyade ne Asante Kotoko womo edge 50 Ghana cedis our popular stand 70 Ghana cedis our center line and of 100 Ghana cedis our lower VIP 150 Ghana cedis our upper VIP and no Asante Kotoko womo edge enso no nemo korokofozi emfantum animo say eyade ne take it home and some no so say upe bi ato a wo nkran wo hwe anano pay shan so say ba bi a obekoni wo do ni chemo Dr. Sika Asema vehicle ubenya bi wono mo ena fe Black Off Motors wono so aboso kan ko sesi a ubenya ticket ni bi ade enso ato uko Hot FM ewa Accra eno nso no ubenya bi ewo wono mo ena fe udo ni chemo ene ayade a front desk of Joy FM Asante Kotoko against Kwara United ticket ubenya bi ato ho Accra Sports Stadium entrance eho nso ubenya bi ato ena fe Peace FM ubenya bi ato ena Airport Show eho nso no ubenya bi ade ato ntimpacho hye nso kojibi neko support Asante Kotoko team no nyame aduma eda ochina eho no mo na ene ye kanisa no na me di tuja ama se nyame aduma ene ya Gold Stars baby ani for eyade ne Gold Stars wo nso team no ene JS Kabili ena ebo eye no miensen ya ena game no eba so ewo Accra Sports Stadium na onim se VIP no eye 100 Ghana cedis me pacho VIP eye upper eye 50 Ghana cedis ena fe VIP lower eno eye 30 Ghana cedis me pacho bomodia fo ani chemu ho no mo na nso kokko game no eye no miensen ya ena sa game no enso etodwa na mamisha 7 Gold Stars ho de tie ene se coach Frimpong Manso enso atimi akasa omo confidence ene omo di era game no owura no edin sembebre edi atudwa edi afon yente nsema coach Frimpong Manso enso edi atudwa gogu
we are not going to this game without thinking about not having confidence. No, with that one we are trying to even encourage the boys that the stage that they are entering needs a lot of confidence. Without that, it will be very difficult.
Manso enso area tuja e wono mo na jetie ne se Vincent Atinga enso ye player edema eye ene Gold Stars Atinga e experience ye pa Atinga nso akasa yenti Atinga nsema ori atuja
as playing body no always be yeta kachere no say yagile you know ya making history now to order that so we are enti aba way Africa. So make sure say you bit another history at all amaye any the whole bibi anima in Ghana so until ubia mentality say your co game no see with all seriousness say na bit my history ama your own family ni bibi anima in Ghana nyina as playing body no always be yeta kachere no say
omo any baby any man ene Ghana man nyina ene ensema Vincent Atinga enso eda tudwa mami nkoko wuramu we eye training na enra Gold Stars for eye ewa Accra Sports Stadium ena wo na screen so no mami nkoko wuramu wo Kumasi Asante Kotoko na de tiane se Karen Zito nso atimi akasa ahead of game anyame admom ne Kwara United ebo no o se omo underrated Kwara United
qualifies to me at this stage is not a just club because when you quantify the number of clubs that started the FA before reaching the last one, in Ghana you may have about 64. I don't know in Nigeria. So they can emerging one of the best out of this year. Tells you that it is only me. It means very well. What is your reaction, your attitude towards each other? That's what. So we are working towards our attitude.
So Eddie Atuja na Samba O'Neil, captain of Asante Kotoko, I'll say on more confidence level. Soro.
We are confident, so we are training so hard for this opportunity. I will say it again. And as we know, most of us is our first time to play this kind of competition, so we need to go all out and to make our names. Yes, of course, we are confident. So we are training so hard for this opportunity. I will say it again. And as we know, most of us is our first time to play this kind of competition, so we need to go all out and to make our names. Yes, of course, we are confident. So
we are training so hard.
Eyadia uremu ewa Sante Koroko training grounds omo ha ena sports and recreational minister Honorable Kofi Adams ebo uremu ho one SWAC president Kwabena Yabua na omo nanti se nyina nse omo ba na femora no omo de aba ma Asante Kotoko team no na onim se ne Honorable Kofi Adams okoya nsem bebre eno odi tu janemo de ne ye pa ne se oche Asante Koroko team no 10,000 Ghana cedis fa no mo mame wo de yentie kwan of fast or the ma.
We know that you have to take some fruits to heal faster. And so we don't have so much, but we came with something very little, 10,000 CD to support the team and its activity. This is coming from us personally. As we drive on, we would move.
And now, 10,000 Ghana cedis. Edema Sante Koroko team no nese Koroko players na hwa. Womani mu aya serious. Nti nyame admene nyasem keto akra. Nti kogu yemfa NC nemom de tia ne se ayade a Black Starlet under 17. Yankwada no wo game ne womo enso airbo ewo ho no mo. Oma yomo final preparation ene 6 p.m. Omni Togo ena airbo ni nyina ene wafu B qualifies no ene under 17 Africa Cup of Nations qualifies no enti ene de ten man so game ene omo nso airbo womo enso ene Tunisia for under 24 man no ena airbo enti we ensem kaka
right Kwame Dela ye nantie
ekwaku ene Gold Stars represent Ghana CAF Champions League, which I believe I will say yenyina no yetimi kwatai Gold Stars echi because se Gold Stars ekona bibia koye de ma bebia ni Gold Stars Ghana na Gold Stars Ghana enim Ghana football ana omoton oman Ghana so edru sa competitions bi say eya na emfa ho ni team a support was yenyina no yetimi kabum na yetimi support ye team sa omo represent Ghana no so ene it's all about baby any Gold Stars ne Sunday na ye the support ni nyina so ama Asante Koroko because the more na ye koye nim ne clubs ne koye nim na the more na boy so me expect to say the first thing baby any Gold Stars e benya the needed supporter e betima bo omo Africa omo ko without support no ebe den for baby any Gold Stars so betimi akoma nim untimi enye football na untimi nko wanim abra support ne ni ho so obi bia obenya akwanya etimi akopie mu Accra Sports Stadium na wo se otimi kopie mu ho na yakọ support baby any Gold Stars CEO Kofi Edumama popular stand no say free enti ho ni nyina na okọ ho anu akwa support baby any Gold Stars omukọ manima Ghana na ekoye ni kwaku say yebo CAF Champions League na yebo baby any Gold Stars na yebo JS Kabylie emuche level ni muche bebre ebra na JS Kabylie abo Africa no baby any Gold Stars homben hu baby awu Kabylie wo suru bebre o Champions League no waji 2 times Oscar or experience operations de no munie so they compare baby any Gold Stars enti baby any Gold Stars nie di JS Kabylie nie die kwaku ka se otna se pa ka Africa ye tari na ahwe ye kura bebu baby any Gold Stars for na be enti 2 clubs number be share the difference no emu so pay ya ming betina se nka se for there be game na nyefo game na dem pa mejitu mu se JS Kabylie she season as wo Algeria no Nneoma nkoyi mfa mo onim so mo just 2 points e wo mu league o mo bo no awo ma sha just egu Nneoma nkoyi mfa mo na no so ntimi mfa njusu eno ase yastic say omo nso mu season na see there bi Africa different terrain say about African competition untimi njusu obi domestic performance mfa nyen say oba Africa a bit more affecting because mentality and how our determination at the Africa no and you the same as Saudi League no so men share Kabylie form or more men share baby any Gold Stars games from abu ofie nemum game ni ye be focus on kwaku ade a mehu pa ne ye say ye clubs anansen omobo Africa omuntimi enko manim kese pa no enye say omobobo omuntimi mbo be ya na omopre omo ho bebre se ubehia a club from North Africa oba ofia the first thing say opeso be frustrate you North Africa for no so no nya oba ofia opeso be frustrate you say first half obebot bot say the only ball nebo say only North African club ehia wo ofia the first 45 minutes obebo ball say the only ball into stadium abeka say enti we no mo say omo ye say onim say yehu Ali wo Kumasi nansia say Ali ba oni media ma boy ball na Ali for ball in the first half no aso obeka say enti we na ye Ali amaka on ho asem sa na no ye Zamalek bebo dream so asay no obeka say enye oma omo plan ye say first half omo ball ni say the omo nim ball ne bo no na omo frustrate na omo ma o pre ho ubetimi use energy ni nyina na draining in the first 45 minutes second half ni si na afidi omu pie ba kakra ye be end game na afidi omo tactics no omu delay no omu da form and playing against a North African side eya na omu ball ni different ombe try to frustrate you in the first 45 minutes and the mania just say obeti say Gordon Ablodi eye part of baby any Gold Stars team no or experience at that level. Coach Frimpong Manson will experience at that level. This is the time as our omu players ni be hiya say experience no ma etimi enya no. Mimi woni se kwekwo say baby any Gold Stars e ball mo normal game. Eni so omo pre omo say ye share game na say ye kwa kope early goal. Debi. So what's the dear clubs na say ye share North African clubs na ye share game na say na say ye ho pre say ye pe early goal. Enti sa enam say ye pre ye ho nti no ema a lot of decisions are players dey taking very poor. Enti me expect say based on the experience of obi to say coach Frimpong Manson Ablodi no on member baby no Gold Stars abo mo normal game. Omo relax game because say omo bo say omo pre mo ho a ebe invite pressure on baby no Gold Stars. Because baby no Gold Stars the majority of omo players need experience at this level. Enti eba sa na omo ma pressure beto omo so a emo omo ntimi utilize omo chances omo pe no. Enti omo mbo omo normal game, omo stay calm e wo game nim na omo take omo chances. That's the most important thing. But ye share game na se na baby no Gold Stars. Oh, JS Kabili ntimi mbo hwe na ne mum push mo pre mo ho a omo be say chances ni bebre. Eba koye stadium ho. Enti omo calm down, no omo mbo omo normal game. Chances na de omo ho beba. Chances ne ba eho ana wo so timi convert chances no. By sa opre ho na pressure beto so a kwaku untimi convert chances ne da obesey no. Mekaye pass the last time I witnessed a big game war Africa I say. Our Ghana has say. Dreams FC ne Zamalek. After say Dreams FC kwa away ko ball draw no. Na unim say nipa dodo na nya gidie say Dreams be qualify. Ewo baba ya sports stadium. Unim so mutina efie ma Zamalek be show mo 3. Sabo no okay the number of chances are Dreams for nyai. Dreams for nya chances bebre ma make I cry say me no mienu o efidadem. Na ye ka say o chances are Dreams for nya na. Abotre no wo so munya no omunya abotre no. Enti omo de sa ahobepre no omo say chances because kwaku me no mienu nim say ye bobo. Na me pre me ho say me hyegu a me do the final 10 na nam say me pre me ho nti no me take effective decision because me pre me ho enti ball na was say me calm down na baby wo ho was say me ma power baby no me nya sa de no baby was say me use technique me ti me place ball na de shine me ntimi because me pre me ho and the moment I wo pre ho no who take decision I ntimi and football decision I just a second. Say you see a kind of will take a decision just a second. Football, and ya the abitimaka say play a ball. We do the final third, there was what the ball to at Nima. Now we say obe take 5 minutes, they are taking decision there be just a second. And to because the football just a second, you did take a decision no. Say my pressure beto so now open who be bra, who decision abe take be a poor. And ya the eku Ghanaian clubs Oboko Africa. And to misre baby any Gold Stars. Coach Frimpong Manson Ablodi mabo at the highest level. Abroad the Abo African with Asante Kwadoko at the highest level. The same applies to Coach Frimpong Manson. And what's our mom players no stay calm. I will give him. And you saw more promo. No more normal game. Say more normal game now. Chances na the mo beba. Chances never no metimia convert it. When him say JS Kabili Kwaku. Omo bought 3 midfielders. 3 midfielders no omo bono. Omo defensive midfielder. Your friend no Sa. On a defensive midfielder. Omo ye team back. Omo instead of ye bought 2 defensive midfielders. Omo bought Sa no. Na in front of them. In front of Sa no ye defensive midfielder no. Omo captain Rad. Omo bought Rad no ye omo captain wo menim. No omo Bada. Esusu wo nanim. Enti omo kra 3 midfielders a. Baako ye de work no na baako linky play na baako kriti enti o makwa ye team asa midfielders 3 no Sa Bada ana Rad no o me midfielder o betimi aha bebie no Gold Stars midfielders no eno na de no kra baako pe na o wingers no aye sa crosses in the akwa mo striker no and o height ninti no o deal with a lot of air high balls no so I was a coach from Paul Manson bebie no Gold Stars very careful. Adia baako was a baby no Gold Stars any ko ho pa na yese kwaku and was so defend it as a unit from Gaka top 4 champion of champion omo first league game makwa kwan ya baby no Gold Stars efa so consider omo go okay said the last time mpokra no me said nya abotre e the graphics e be ye illustration kwan ya baby no Gold Stars efa so consider omo goals no majority of them e true e high balls crosses long balls no and a set pieces. And it's a baby no Gold Stars elusu ball na. O expect atakumi. Iduku a ombeli di attack ni say. Omu njaye adwuma ne nkwa mbɔ midfielders ne so. And what's atakumi ni eduku etimi kabom ebeboa midfielders no Francis Twene ana Kontomo. Na Kontomo so etimi protect the back line. Gideon Anabamu echiro ho ente wo se bebie ni Gold Stars e defend e wo so mu defend as a unit se bebie ni Gold Stars e lose ball na wo ye iduku wo ye atakumi na mu gina ho saa se opponent ne mfa ball ne mbra ne mbetwi mfa Francis Twene mo ne Kontomo mfimfin so ne mfa pressure embe to defenders ne so there bi embo bebie ni Gold Stars ente ade ba ko ehu behia pa ne se bebie ni Gold Stars e betime defend yie and so betime defend yie a e wo so mu defend as a unit. And it's a department be a judge you may be at the bomb so. And the Jumakesi power so ever called the Emmanuel Kobe, goalkeeper. Recently, Ghanaian clubs or Metimia go akọ many more African you cannot take away the influence of the goalkeepers. Very important. Mediama go into the group stage. The performance of Felicity solid anodema Mediama. The Ebema nkofo G Solomon Agbesi di wo Ghana ha say was the performance of Solomon Agbesi Edema Dreams FC e wo mo Africa mo koye no. Look at the number of saves. And Emmanuel Kobe one of the best goalkeepers e wo Ghana ha say. Ghana ha uyi goalkeepers omo ya dia untimi ni Emmanuel Kobe en frame. Emmanuel Kobe obi expecting say nyame adom ene. Ni A game ni be ye adwuma. Edu die mu eden na pressure ba bebie ni Gold Stars so a obetima save bebie ni Gold Stars. The experience on be here we chiro organization on be here we chiro no o expect obi to say Emmanuel Anabaso this experience ne beba because on be the pillar obey the commander obey say players no in finfin on o expect obi to say Francis Twene say obi to match say in finfin organizing finfin odi ama bebie ni Gold Stars enim ho no atakumi ana iduku chances ne ba e wo so mutimi convert chances no abere ni so mo miss bi because against JS Kabili no kwaku entesa de wo Young Apostles. Say Ubo JS Kabilia and Tessa de sorry to say Ubo Samates. Maybe chances are benya against Young Apostles. Ubenya against Baseke Holy Stars no. Unya Sadian against AJS Kabili because of the quality of possession. And the opportunity ba ku mienu miense beba bebie no Gold Stars no. Omo make sure say on be finish no. Dene. Ba kwaku ene de. Ye mpaibo ye bibia no. Ye hwese Gold Stars ebe wini. No menya good win. Enti ya reshi Gold Stars all the best. Match ni die no credit ye ba akopɛ. For Asante Kodoko. Okay. Match na wanka say yo.
Kwame, let's be honest. Senti we start as underdogs.
Oh yeah.
We are just hoping for the best.
No, that's the reason I make us say this is a normal game.
Yeah, we will not be born basa. O come who are no mako how.
Sanity. Be frustrating. So yembo Kotoko Kwara United. Said the America baby any JS Kabili neba Africa your continent is soon your competition emu wano. Kwara ne Asante Kotoko emu wa. Asante Kotoko level na or wano Kwara mbengu baby awu. Asante Kotoko a big club. Ente ya na eye me ya say eto de bia nneoma ekosi na ya na ye because Asante Kotoko ku se utu kwan na utie ha wankofo hu Asante Kotoko na enkofo hu Asante Kotoko te se ali e wo Ghana hu Kotoko ye big club kwan ben Kotoko ba bia na emum kwagu se referee ne bo aben a enye history. See a game na say prrr and no history no trophies and no records awo e how abi discipline e wa group amane so and the be win game ne the amount sanke ye history any leveler anka o check recently teams on be yi Asante Kotoko free ma anka ni so mi yi Kotoko free sanke the history any records na e kan anka Kadiogo ni so be yi Kotoko free until recently teams on mo se Kotoko wa Africa no enye teams a we expect say nka wo say o mo hye Kotoko na mum aba ne saa mitie coach Karim Zito o say wa prepare ni team no by the fears any problem na na ba akopɛ ɛyɛ how wo mu create chances a how wo mu ntimi nhye ɛne ne fears on say ye nuanom Nigeria for no mo ball ne ye ball no ɛyɛ ase enti wo nhye da hu difference bebree Fanisanka Asante Kotoko Asia a club from the northern part of Africa. Or because a style of play is different. Maybe you move share from maybe to say on South Africa because a style a little bit different. By yen Nigeria move style of play and share that difference in share him. And Tebama game now a little bit tight for Asante Kotoko and Kwara United. Menya sure say Coach Karim Zito be a lot of changes on the lineup anymore. Debbie. Me expect this will be a lot of changes. By Kwaku dia me expecting ye say Kotoko be stay discipline will give him. And Kotoko be to me adapted to the game situation. Every minute be a was Kotoko to be adapted to the game situation. Said Kwara for ni change your style of play was Kotoko to me adapted to that style of play. No me to me beat your opponents. Me expect Kwara say was on Babe dominate Kotoko across post stadium debi. And tell me they say Samba o no no be lead players no I say omo ni players na kasa omo underrate Kwara for because Kotoko e ya de sen Kwara Kotoko no ya de sen Kwara United enti untimi underrate Kwara for no omo take game ni say e high profile game omo ni top club de ba be sia enti sa level of seriousness no e betime determine baby Asante Kotoko betime e wini game ni say de o betime nya but dia me sere Kotoko for ni say omo stay discipline wo game ni Onim se Kwaku was steady Asante Kotoko a omuso timi switch off Kotoko bo game a e obi an steady Kotoko unse omuhu ba game nim kakra no masa switch off omuhu ba game nim kakra no masa switch off enti goal say e tie consider Kotoko no Kotoko tie consider no e ye goals out ho na ahye wakoma goals a Kotoko tie consider no e ye goals a majority of them e preventable by ya na enam say omo switch off ninti no a house and take on and say over Africa you need to stay focused, discipline, and it's all lose concentration because the moment I lose concentration will give him no within a split of second opponent need to take advantage and for who say we both fear and answer over away because we couldn't say Africa your games no teams will break to me quite away echo renew and it's all be addition the team say first in Abeka say ubo home advantage in our hodebi. And now say football Africa a football new grow no ye a lot of clubs so timi kwa away. That's the reason why I dream says to me free Ghana. Now akwa kopiem against Zamalek akwa kunya draw. Na nka say first na go betima yes ade no. And now say football new grow into no obi te say Kadio go betima Baba Sports Stadium. Abra na stadium ni mpa ni nyina atwa si Kotoko supporters ye dede na Kadio go Baba yi Asante Kotoko. Enti wasa Kotoko for di show mutrim say enfa hu so mu bo ofie no Nigeria Kwara for no betima ba be ho madwen enti ni so mu di show mutrim say home advantage no e wasa Kotoko stay wo game nim and most especially how won be stay wo game nim no and how won be discipline chances ne dey may expect say be improve and obi to say Albertamu a kwaku yeda no nyame adom akina big yeda Albertamu
of course
because kotoko anim ho ne dey asa akwakoye
na de donzo aba na de no de ono
oh by on say between donzo ne Albertamu dey upo bi abetima rely on a Albertamu
big
enti eno so kotoko may expect nothing but win
okay
from Asante Kotoko ntimi we see goal stars near Asante Kotoko all the best
koko mama sha semfan free Kumasi Asante Kotoko de be ma Kotoko supporter ye ma hyehye no no ade ba akopɛ se enka ye ka Africa asem na ye yi Kumasi Asante Kotoko ne ye yi Kwara menim di nti ese enka Kotoko supporter suro debi of course because with no disrespect Kwara wonye team bia Kwara only won yemfa say Bianca Ghana and FA Cup last season e won Nigeria and no dey baba be Confederations Cup abeshia Kumasi Asante Kotoko Kotoko to GFA Cup but on the league log Kumasi Asante Kotoko was part of the top 4 Nigeria Kwara the 14th and no the GFA Cup no that is the difference between the two teams eti Kenya de bia ehu bia but Kotoko supporter ne yam hyehyeni because won hu Sam Pedro ne hu nyehu ewa Africa ha but obehia Kumasi Asante Kotoko no de be ni siye akwaku won hu Uma won hu Bajaya enu achi ya ohu Kadiogo ani hu nyehu anka ye ka Africa arisi Kadiogo main Kumasi Asante Kotoko na humpo na ngambese wa fraba biduru ni kotodwe ewa Africa but obeyi Kumasi Asante Kotoko frame after se Kotoko akonya good results ewa away eduhwe sa teams enketo we ya omu ni din ye ka Africa nkomo nka ho but omu team ba yi Kumasi Asante Kotoko frame no a eno na ba Kotoko supporter na yam hyehye no but I feel say Kumasi Asante Kotoko ye fortunate kwaku aside club na ngasa a pedigree in status in recent times Ope Ghana Premier League coach awakwa Africa ko bon homo den pa ye ho ya Karim Zito and I am expecting the experience that Karim Zito nya from Dreams FC because ancha ye kra or this high experience be bo Kumasi Asante Kotoko boboko no na niam atimi akonkan dia ma Kumasi Asante Kotoko ade be ha Kotoko complacency if Kumasi Asante Kotoko should guard against complacency minim die be si be ma Kumasi Asante Kotoko ntimi cross this particular hurdle especially playing a West African side because Kotoko any Ghana teams in the Africa kwaku teams aya na ye brepa ye North Africans no ye ne omuhia ye brepa it getting a Nigerian team there I feel say this is a manageable draw or team for Kumasi Asante Kotoko any se Kwara ye headache Edema Kumasi Asante Kotoko boboko no Karim Zito knows what is at stake and I'm happy say somebody else to Akasa and Captain Kasa clearly it means only the teammates ready guide in commodada ntomo na didi omo nkomo no the technical team ne dey na ka no ma je results no e o se nyankopon ya do ma kire no mo wie game no wo Ghana ati for Kumasi Asante Kotoko na supporters to make sure some the support ne be kwa ta o ma chikwaku kwaku be bia ni Gold Stars JS Kabili yes it is very true say in terms of the African experience anya be bia ni Gold Stars depend no because Kabili abo Africa na ba and on Baba Bishia baby and Gold Stars ono Africa no ommobida this season about 3 matches in the Algerian League mu kwaku GS Kabili winning match in the Algerian League eti emfa won say omo so emfa won say omo ye big emfa won say omo the African experience no for the first 3 matches omo bo omo league ni mu no GS Kabili winning bi we lose 2-0 to Omran we both 0-0 against Olympic Akbu and after so wabo 1-1 against Aknu. It's the first 3 matches of the season there. Kabili performance nya ade bia obetimi anya gidie wom. But that notwithstanding, the experience of the team at the African level, aside North Africans the style of play kwa kuyeshi omo ayebre. It's bia domestically, ne modern nkonkan. But Obaba be share Ghana Premier League club no. Now the style of play na ye den the Ghana Premier League club no because You teams like Oma Noma, Kwaku Ombeyi Kumasi Asante Kotoko free Africa. That season, some kind of year, Oma was relegated. Into clearly. Now the performance when the league, not Niaman Konka for Mano. But Oba has say, Obenya a good game, you Kumasi Asante Kotoko the free. Baby, any Gold Stars, and make sure some best picky clues at their free. Their most dangerous striker, Kwaku last season, which 8 goals and them Omo. That was the last season. Omo last season, you were no more than they call Alawakra. Nipa no your second top scorer. Riyad Bodous. On also Riyad. 6 goals last season at the moment. This season, they've only scored 1 goal in the league. And on no Ashes are going the moment. 35-year-old striker. Our experience pa. He's playing in the Algerian league for JS Kabylie. But we have a lot of teams. Ewa Bruchiri. Wabo Spanish La Liga. He's played for Celta Vigo. Wabo Bastia. Wabo Sochaux. Wabo Saint-Etienne. It was a player who experience. And some players, you know, with a single touch, you bet me a BB the amount team, no. Maybe any go start and making sure some more might be a corner. So the central defenders. Your problem, Yama baby any go start. Almost consider a lot of goals in the recent matches they have played. Almost for Madrid and fancy Riyadh. So almost Madrid series so almost stopping now. He's been the live for you for the first 3 matches because about 3 matches, no watch a 1 goal. Now striker back on the how 1 goal now. Then clearly only the live for you for the team. More attention corner so almost stopping now. Found say Kabylie for no experience with Africa kwaku. You bet me capitalize on the home match. Because what the Nkaya say North Africa for no mutu kwaya. Omo nche dan ko bobo bia o. Onu ni krom no be che oto ni bobo. Enti yeso yan capitalize on that ha. Say the be ya second leg no. Enkonko you too difficult for us. But we should be any good stars ne kotoko.
Wishing them all the best. Big Nyankopon so show.
On show so na.
No mpemu asam. Na ukasa.
Kwaku birthday ba ko ha.
Pacho metio.
Yes, and Mirabel Nana Joa Mwako, a birthday. Mirabel Nana Ajwa Amwako. Mirabel, Ewo Adventist Preparatory School, APS, Ewo Ko Nkoko. Ehona Mirabel, one tene na woda kwa kune papa, Mr. Amwako Hene, and Yabusi and Nasa mo wishing a special happy birthday. Now, Waunia M Square. M Square so much Jumadian. See, I put in a command for immigration office.
Oh, great.
The one M Square was so much Jumadian life.
Oh, immigration for any dear me feel you or move. Me call for immigration names and 1 now for 4 power. Baby, only soldier for me now for one say a soldier for immigration
for
and a more pussy for so.
Oh, there's a full backup.
Oh, media, would dear me one ground. We are 1 copy from one guy's own him there, but what I say. Maybe soldier for name immigration for name. Me post for the baby
HM Square.
I'm sure we pa intino a post for na the only haja kra o kra so
they
down about
you go over channel
and obisa bigi
oh asempa
they be could do kuma sena only do osunya na hey
I'm so the asemo bo
obeni e mon komo
Koku ya da munyina mo ase ya de nchia be free Dr. Baho ediama ya hwefo ene etiefo enyina ene anopai eye dasro nkwa nyankopon ayama me ne umienu sabi enipa bebre ewo nkwa ewo mumu nenso yade amomo nkwa no akaketewa bi enu ntina Dr. Baho se abrani abre nyina no se ye di dwumadie bi se na ya agudi semu a yenso ye metra se ne ye modawro monka ye nkyere obi a wo tie Dr. Baho se ka yade ne ka yaresa ne ka baabia ye pese ye dia haban se nipa yade a na cha se baabia wo de wani be hwe eye ba heba hospital echamfo ba enjarwa nyina bedwane eho ana betimi de wani akere aba ama Dr. Ba ahwewa ama yade afiri oso emprempre amini wudi nkuma ifa Dr. Ba number ididi dwuma no na fefu ani kire yaso e woni ehwew ema yade frene yade frene kwankro efiri nipaduanum ema wunyam asumdwe ye number no ye 0244 988 004 0244 988 004 and it was 0244 08 3482 0244 08 3482 number way ana Dr. Ba edidi dwuma ewe aso ye ho sa wo hwe Dr. Ba ye wo Kumase Atonsu Agogo Abai Hospital ndachi ana nkran so ye was Spinters Road 18 Junction anopai mechia Dr. Ba on crisis ya me ni wudi nkomoi enti wa pese ohu no Dr. Ba wa Accra branch no a wo be hia ne ene na di nkomo bibia ewo wo nipadua bia mu enne me catch us say wo hwe Dr. Ba na wo peda e di adwuma ye start adwuma every Monday to Saturday wada ma hye so every adwada ekope memenda Mr. Kwasiada enka ho afa ye hye adwuma die na se anopa no so 7 am na fe yapon 4 p.m. eye no 9 pepepe na chese yapon afri yaso ye ho Dr. Ba e catch wo say wo dompende wo kase e ho te sen empanimfo si obi benya wane free yade ama me ne wan say free yade empanimfo si kumo yade ansan yade na kun na da bia ya ne e catch wo say Dr. Ba e catch wo say unipadua wo dompende wo kase na eya ya so na tie ne ye pa efisa brabomu nipa da sani behuna ma nipa wona brabomu a obete ne okompreni ena me kotodwe ya me ya ana ma aposo ya me ya ena na de me dasoli ase ya babome asa bayifo abome me nipa duamu nyina tutume ehwe me eye me ya eno na ya ne ye ka kire wo se sa no ma we nyina wu hu nipa duanim no fabra Dr. Ba ho na fe yen hyase mfanuro ani mfidie hwe nipa duane yen hyase ma wunuro se de be ya enkotwe ohawde amane emre wo fise Ghana man de enne bibi ya na ade chen ya o say ana obi na de ayeme ba ya de bi ebebe nipa da sanimu bia na ebon kaye ehase enti na bia bepaja wo nsa say wo paja na mpaja na ye wo ya oh no akofa de bi na de atwitwi na adwo hunu se emra wo behase ate sa ya wo na bibia mo wo nsa no so no eche se ya de bi ahase wo ho egba nipadua ni mu a ewo so otu hu anamon enti emfa bibi atra se enya hwe ya de nya hwe ne nipa bebre ewu a ne ye kosie bia nka omutu anamon temo a e bia nka sa no ma na anya omo enti na waposo ye oya upaja wo nse mpaja utwa akonwa ntwa enso to ye wakadam sasabura gini padua na boso atraite say how etetewa enne enopa ya me ni wudi nkomoi a ye ti agudie so a ye di nkomoi se obi ani nipadua mututuru ye ne ya se ye sasabura se ye arthritis se ye yade bia na abewura kasa na dompenim ana abefa nipadua ni domma menne yawa na pains na wote no me se wodu ani kire Dr. Ba ho a esan se nyankopo ahye dade adom akyede sombo ade adom Dr. Ba ya habanti yen yade ankasa se ba ya so ye ho se yade etena nipadua nim da bi ebedwane enti na no papa bi ba ye ho wani nansa kra papa ne die ni je na ade akyen wo sa ba ye edie be nti a oba ne asoso ne mu na ye ni kotodwe ni no ana na ohaw abamu na wonante na wotena se entena papa ne si wotimi mia ni kotodwe ni mu saa no obobna na oteam na adwe nyina ye ne se na afuo bi ni kokko bi kra na ebia obi ato na du ho ba emra obehia wogefo no emra obehia obi a wodompemu aduro no ye de ahaban ne to ni kotodwe so dwoada ane ema na du eda penada na papa ya dua so ye ho ono anante ba o se da na ye de hye ne kwa o ma ne nso ono aba ba chia yen no ya ma na hunu se ye keke nuro no se wo Dr. Ba ho enti obi a wo ha ewo ni kotodwem ebi a wo ye footballer ebi a wo de ande a wo mobo wo ye maame pani ana wo ye papa ana wo ye ababawa ana ukotodwe ahye ase se eye wo ya etutuwa anopa mi ni wudi nkoma aka che wo se bibia mo ukotodwe so na wo hye ase se wo te ya wo eye yade na awura ukotodwem blanie ntu ase ma wo se de be ya enche na akochea wo nan se de be ya enche na ma ukotodwe aye dede na wasumu adwo wo ntam ninti enne se wo Philippines bi ana wo te ya obi ewo ukotodwe mu ana wo ni mu a fabla Dr. Ba ne ehwe obu ani ni cap no kra na butu so no ahyase ye keka wode ne nsa ye kukuro na yi akoto nchen eye yade fabla Dr. Ba na ye hwe ene mi ni wudi nkomo aka obi ani sisi ya ne ya da bia me ka kire nipa a woti ese sisi yade ne de ebebe nipa da sani so nanso Dr. Ba ho ma wo se usisi yade ba ye behwa ama yade na firi mu efisantrasie bebre ekofa sisi yade ba enyina ho bebre ekofa sisi yade ba enkwanhia bi ebetimi ama usisi ayewo ya ni nyina akabo mu asisi yade da woni pada sani wo so enti fabra Dr. Ba ho na obi ani sisi ye ne ya oti pens ewo ni waste mu pa sebe na me ne kasai wotena se kurent na wontimi na edie be ntira eye ni sisi na ye ne ya maame papa me nua ba enkosi da ben na obenya asotie sebe atie Dr. Ba no aba ho abenya wayaresa ana me ni wudi nkomo yi se obemu ani ada ho na obetu anamo aba Dr. Ba ho a enkwagye ne ayaresa de eyewo dia efise Jesus wo ho a sebe yenkobu se Peter ana Paul mo asem dabi fisa agenkwa na ano no na na chiri ba de okobusa na yeden enu ti se Dr. Ba ho na se o sa yade ti se wusisi na ye wo ya na wokɔ ne nam obi a ɛwɔ baabi a wontimi hwɛ wa na kyɛ saa sɛ wɔsan Yesu Kristo ho ekobusa Peter asɛm ɛyɛ saa so a wonya nkwagye enu ti na Dr. Ba se wusisi ya wo ya wuti pens wo sisi mu a fabra ya so ɛwɔ na yɛnhwɛ wo afei ɛnam ni wudi nkɔmɔ ne aka kyɛ wo sɛ obi a na chika brɛmo no ɛyɛ ne ya no ɛno so famla Dr. Ba ho hyɛ no so sɛ wo chika sɛ betumi am wani so abiri wugina hɔ a na afei wani so retwa ho na wote ahwe esan sɛ wontimi nyina enti ama wani so nyina biriw afei obi hɔ na chika sɛ enti ontimi na ɔkɔkɛtɛ so a ɔna ana ade akye esan na chika sɛ enti ɛnɛ yɛdi nkɔmɔ ɛka kyɛw sɛ nkwanhyia bi a wonya yɛ sɛbe ɛka wɔ chika sɛ no ana amen na wabubu agu fam a mesraw momfa no mra Dr. Ba ho ebi a wufra brosa bi so na bɛtɛhweyɛ ebi aka bi na de wokɔhwe hɔ ebi afuo bi na woso no ma na agye asi mu ama na ka wɔ chika saa ɛna no pɛ ya mini wudi nkomo yi empanimfo se yɛkeka funa ne yɛkeka dam de keka madampan nanso ayaresa de yɛkeka ne yɛkeka ma Dr. Ba enti na obi a na chibra mo kasa ɛyɛ ne spinal cord no amen ne wabubu agu fam amen ne wontimi na amen ne wontimi nyina ho ni nyina no ani da so o se kyene nyame ya adom a yakwasi ada adwo da nopa nyankopɔ ya adom fa wo papa unua no wo fa se wo maame no a wo ha wo na chika se nim no onfamla Dr. Ba fi se ye kan kasa ne ye ka dompe wo nipa da sani mu a Dr. Ba ko pɛ a wo asasi so at se Dr. Ba ono nko a ene betimi di ahaban atoto wachi kase ama operation ho do anka ebe no ni nyina ato atwa enti wachi kase no emu abiebie tokura bedam ekwan deda ho ebi afra tena bi so ama abubu agu a empadifo se de okomgye ane omeye de owunima ne se wode wani be kire Dr. Ba ho oni friend no se de minima ne se mani abie won so de onima ne se waba Dr. Ba ho wachi kase mu yade ne de enya wasem eyeyen yasem ye be ya ama spinal cord no etu atwa enemi ni wudi nkomo se wo ye footballer se wo ye player uda bia ne dan nyina ukọ park so no wapira no aba wusu obi onu bo position o na eye wo da bi enipadua wonim se ye wonuane bia wo se kakase no ma kase agina eye den bebre ni bi enu ti na Dr. Ba se bra ne ma ho kase adura se bi betimi abọ wudompe ne ho ban ama ball a wo bọ agudi a wudie no prepra be firi wa akwam enti se what team na wo pese wo bate se de double de ne nkwala yi ba wo be Fred Dr. Ba number ye 0244 988 004 sa number wo fra footballers no a mo pese munya nkwa munya ahoden ewo mu dompe mu no momfa mo ani nkyere ye ho na fe mo mmra enye sika kese bia ne yemmoa mo ma nipadua na dompe no edi uhwammo no yemmoa ma dompe no enkwamram enemi ni wudi nkomo afa diabetes asikyire yade ho hwe obi a ne sugar bekosuru bebre no edensem bebre na bra no unim se sugar betimi amo adwon so saa sugar betimi amo
pack no 30 cedis pe na 30 Ghana cedis no ye kan sa no ade a ukọ elsewhere yenim se alkaline water yinsu ane bo eden pa but Kangen energy drinking water sen ye be ya obia betima to bi no obia betima no binti no pack no 30 Ghana cedis na 30 Ghana cedis na ye kan wasem no obi onom Kangen onim Kangen water na onim se ye alkaline water na wanom pen no ohia bia so okwa koto nsuo a bia wenye anu bia and obe opt for others and as bia wenye anu bia no beka say opt for any other because Kangen energetic drinking water obi a wanom no bia no wanom say nsuo we bia no nye sure say obe rating number 2 and as number 3 enti bomoden na nom bi na wo no a beka say manom nsuo na so sene aponkyere ne kan no also wanto nsuo hie ma no konim se nsuo we say mugu ahodo na Kangen energetic drinking water de ma nsuo ne soronko a eboa ema didi a etimi yam yie na obi odidi a na ababe gina ne bo na waye cheko anase odidi a na ababe gina ne bo because of acid reflux na obre na ne bo ehihye no de enti a Kangen water may recommend e de ama wo ne say alkaline water yakase alkaline water de kire ne say acid bia enim na ensu a ni pH no so ewo soro 7.5 pH to 8.5 pH and that is Kangen energetic drinking water na we ni technology so e produce no different we electrolysis technology and e produce other than any other nsuo no na ni image and that screen so no mo hwe TV so ni mo hwe ewo social media so no me pa cho hwe nsuo na 500 ml no bottle na da so kama pa na 1 alkaline water 2 essence containing antioxidant 3 minerals the essence 4 nsuo a anyone yanketenkete ye kase nsuo na anyone yanketenkete a se wo sa nsuo di hye cup mu anase wo sa nsuo gu cup mu anase toa mu a untimi mfa wani enhwe nsuo no enhwe se anini suso anase anini susa we are talking about the molecules of the water na eno no untimi mfa wani entimi ehu se etisei anase etisei jese wo di afafidiem e di ahwe na de entia ye kase Kangen energy drinking water anyone susu ane say we ani nsu a otimi de ya uti una onya uti bag kra otimi de tum ebe twe emu anuane no no ama wetimi ayi uti anom wabra on fancy jaso na mum regular drinking water no ansa na betimi aye saa de no gise o hiti nsuo no ansa na etimi kra hiti no mu aduane no kra nanso mpo Kangen energy drinking water no 1 tea bag no betimi de aye tea ama cup ahodo be 4 anase 5 kra the same tea bag na because nsuo na ni wane yanketinketinketinketin me twenu ane no ni nyina yedai e de free eye tea bag no se na tie na ye ka the digestive system eboa ma udidi a eyam yi a Kangen energy drinking water eboa e wasa akwan ni nyina so ode ne se obefa ye number yi na wafre ahade ye ba ye time no ye kitwa bi na mum ofre number ne de a eba officer question bi opese obisa nefa Kangen energy drinking water ho no obisa ye be yiwa no se wo tobie anase open information ni nyina ye de memo 0241 44 91 0241 44 91 na eya na ebe hia se ye di atosode ebi ti se lettuce ebi ti se cucumber ebi ti se carrot any carrot no maka carrot ebi apple any sa niam no hwe mfoni a ye di ato screen so ya o se Kangen energetic drinking water no se onom 1 glass cup baako or say 1 glass of Kangen water has the similar antioxidant effect equivalent to saa niama we a edida ho nyina o hwe soro ho no ma banana kwadu baako ben ediokron 994 wono mate say obi a wanom Kangen water to baako no bottle baako no te say obi a wadu kwadu nko maako ediokron 9 obi a ware apple maako ediosia 964 obi a ware carrot nko maako ediasa nwotwe na o hwe lettuce ene ye keka broccoli ene ada ye friend say nuane nu ewo ho hwe vitamin C a eboa ni paduane ye pa ba onom Kangen energy drinking water 1 pack no etise ne wadi nuane etisa no o say we no nyina no enye nuro eye food supplement ebi so eye aduane se ne etie na ede nti na ye beka say eye di atosode ana say bo we aduaba ne ade because e contain antioxidants because enuane nu bi wo mu a eboa ni padua no na de nti ye recommend Kangen energy drinking water de ama one say o say last week me ba ha me be the antioxidant power of Kangen Energy drinking water. Emma me betray meter ye test antioxidants nsuo no antioxidant contain antioxidants and as oxidize ewe na ache and as enwe na ache ye meter the test your friend ORP meter last week me beto e de betray otun say o de share in Kangen water no ma reading negative figures, that is an indication of antioxidants. But auto any other water wonim no now the ORP meter no eshema, there's no way I be read negative figures the amount e be read positive figures. Positive ni kire say oxidizing and as it say watcha bayire mu a ewe na ache na so watcha pay mu a ewe na ache sa so na eye o cells no so no etimi eye but the onom Kangen Energy drinking water what say the ori apple do pad every day the onom Kangen Energy drinking water abre bia o de aye nsu a de bia onom no it say obi a de bia no odi a lot of atosode na odi a lot of vegetables any fruit sa na tie enu ntina was Kangen water any kwan say o ma e pa wo ho e wo fie bomo de na free numbers no o fra ade ba kwa we ho ne say ye delivery Eddie bro your families bi wo ho no ma o ma say bosome bia ye de ye top 20 packs obo ho say bosome bia 40 packs and so many me fie obo ho say bosome bia 30 packs enti month no so ya no afre office ye nsu asa ye hia na je say de gukam na de akoma no month no so ya no afre na ye de akoma de enti amanfo every investor like that into Kangen water nye bibia o because obo ho no ma o started so onom Kangen water no dodo no ate na dunum so because makase nye yare bia na dunum aduro yare bi wo ho no ma eye nsu a wo no ma enye eni nuane a wudi a enye acid e do so woni paduam ntina ma yare bi wo ho no ma ayesa ye yare bi wo frɛ uric acid no ebedida waposo abribia no waposo nyina ya na wo de akoye se uto ointment de atwi ubetwi da bia ubetwi ekwa na ba because acid na e cause sa yaw no ana pain ne da so ho but uhia alkaline a lot system no be flash sa acid na efrim na obi otanom Kangen Energy drinking water there's no way say uric acid ebetima bedida de da waposo sa na akofa sa how no e de abro ofo bepo kakra no wakoma elbo periperi ni sa de ni Dr. Henrik Otto-Warbecker or no yet Nobel Prize winner back in 1931 or say nipedia alkaline ayemumano yare intimate na mani ye nunti and now who Kangen alkaline water bomodin sobeto wabra ofre numbers 0241 44 91 0241 44 91 na yentimi nwe cucumber de bia yentimi nwe carrot de bia anaso say exhaust fumes a eninam kromu yentimi nya ho hwe dodo bi anti no eno nti na se bomodin so benya Kangen Energy drinking water no wanom fire wunsu ade bia wonom obi atumi no abofra pani obi a wafa yefunu kura de yema papa pani ye nyina obi abetimi anom bomodin na nombi na wonom a wankasa enyo bi na beka jo se minua switch free ba bia wo no na bra Kangen Energy drinking water.
Meda say Kangen Energy drinking water penyin for na ate omonka na ni nsu papa badwama so baby abefe bia ni nsu obi a eka ho asem nsu obi anum nsu obi aboni din no eye Kangen Energy drinking water enti wasori ano pay pebi nanum ene events ahodo ekoso ayie word ni nyina no eye Kangen Energy drinking water ani yusu meko na me ne eye Dr. Amuzu so akwa nkomo Amuzu P no e wodwama so Amuzu garlic bitters no e wodwama so ye koni akwa nkomo menu aba bibi aboko de
adom me ho ye pa na nso ye
yesu adom me ho ye pa
de ase
ene wo de me fa hin
ene ye fa de ye very common a me fa nse brofo ye common a obia ka sexual weakness
I no the battery my day
empaso mreye
okay
empaso mreye ehon na ye ko batanka brofo ne pa ye erectile dysfunction
okay
but sexual weakness na enobia enim
eno so de minim de o tie chiro minim say Diane DJ Marcus ne ka se fashe ho and fashe ho
oh
Debbie because of life
omo
life
na Marcus de o yare awrefie nti ono ana sema
na so ka ya na de bia wa ba beti
ono ana sema
na Diane so
na Diane so ka bibi gumasum enti ade no ye ka efa kese na ya ne bi gina mema so pa na ene ye be hwe ne animu kakra na ye koma ye dosu koni ade a na afi ye hwe ni erection ni sebe makra reaching orgasm or bar reaching orgasm types e wom ni ade ade ntie na de ye be kona ni ne ye the Penny's doctor and ani ye hye Dr. Amuzu ye watafo inshaye so tafo inshaye so onze ni din ne honam se de pennies doctor, the pennies repairer, the pennies engineer. Ɛhɔ no ne yɛbɛgyina ɛnɛ ne yɛhunu sɛ bɛrima yi ɛdeɛ nti na duru anadwo a na wayɛ 2 minutes man 1 minute seconds bɛrima yi ya ɛno nti wogyeegye mu ntɛntɛm a da biara wode mpa so no w'anim yɛ basaasɛ krɛyɛ ɔna ade hwɛ wo yere anim ɛyɛ sexual weakness asɛm ɛne yɛbɛka na mmom yɛka ne sɛ yie no ɛma yɛ mo nhyehyew ɛmmɔ shake ɛfiri sɛ naano a yɛtreati prostate no yɛka sɛ yadeɛ ne ɛhu deɛ nanso Dr. Amuzu nko ara na ɛwɔ prostate aduru a ɔde ma bɛrima a ɛbɔ ne prostate no ɛho ban nti mede number no ɛɛma wo yɛka na wowɔ sinto bi a na wo nso so wafrɛ Dr. Amuzu number no yɛ 0247 77 6743 0247 77 6743 na ɛnɛ no yɛhwɛ ɛkwan kora ɛfa so a ɛyɛ a mpa so nkɔmmɔ akatima kapɛnya agorɔ no ɛtimi ɛba soɔ ɛkwan bɛɛ koraa na ɛsie na afei bɛrima biribi akɔka biribi ama agorɔ no aba ya na ɛwɔ stages no excitement stage no afei wobɛhwɛ na bɛrima wahu ababaawa sɔ no bi ɔwɔ better and further particulars enti bɛrima n'ani ɛna di kan ehu no ti wɔhwɛ sɛ deɛ ne tuya sia hipihipu afa ayɛ te sɛ gɔɔso kofie bi a yɛabɔ no round na ɛkɔ no wɔ so mɛbɔ ɔka metua abɔ sɛ ne n'ani na apeke na send information no de akɔma adwene no afei deɛ veins no bibia kanea wɔ hɔ yi ansa wonso pre na yehu sɛ kanea na so no enti bi kɔfifa baabi na afei power aba abegyinam excitement and nigye time ya bɛrima wahu ɔbaa wahu sɛ akɔ no ma aniwa ɛwɔ sɛ mefa de yɛ maadie ɛwɔ sɛ biribi keka si biribi ani enti ɛkɔba sɛ wo bɛrima no wo deɛ no excitement no koraa no ɛnneɛma ntimi nkeka nsi ani na ka mpɛ sɛ watumi ayi recte aba bɛbɔ adwuma na kyɛ sɛ wo deɛ no sinto bi ɛwɔ baabi na tie sɛ de agrek ne tie ɛwɔ sɛ wo bula matali no wo black mamba no ɛwɔ sɛ one etimi sorry na sorry nso amedofo ɛwɔ sɛ gyina ɛnyɛ sɛ sorry ya bomodi aya amadi egyina hɔ a 3 seconds pɛ na asa adwodwo te sɛ deɛ wahu nsuo bi agu baalu mu ni asa hu nsuo no daabi eyi recte no sorry a egyina hɔ ɛno na me se wɔ baa bi a ne buafu wɔ kɔsɛ nsuo 34 bucket ma wɔde be hange so asan sɛ egyina ninti no egyina kyerɛ be ready to fight na ɛwɔ sɛ nsuo na ɛde hange so ne timi gyina hɔ enti sorry first stage ba me ɛwɔ sɛ gyina 3 ɛwɔ sɛ bɔ adwuma ɛnyɛ sɛ kɔ gyina hɔ kɛkɛ ne gyina hɔ kyerɛ be bɔ adwuma na delay etu yɛ bɛ ma wo bisa sɛ na adwuma no koraa no yɛ kɔ plateau na afei ya reach your orgasm na ya bre afei di yɛ gym no ɛwɔ sɛ di how many minutes ansan yɛ hu sɛ ma bɔ adwuma ɛwɔ sɛ di from 5 to 15 minutes 5 to 15 minutes bɛ ma make manka 1 minute na manka 1 second manka 30 seconds me say 5 to 15 minutes ni obi on man ni ho den sa wi abotae no obetimi agina mu a be 20 to 30 minutes kra enso kai hu say agina obi ane na ho den but anya bia no 5 to 15 minutes there wo gina so drew plateau no afi wo ba na reche won so wa reche orgasm ekoyie na ne wu bisa say edie be krampo ena emma entimi mu adwuma wo mpa so a edi sa erectile dysfunction no edi ben de edi kan stress too much stress bema stress eni me koso wo adwene mu stress edoso anxiety ye no wo haw ne adwendwene bi da bema so a wo ye den wa kwayi recte excitement nimpo emma afei enamu ya de eno ye ganganto one ejinem eka hu bi ye the main cause ya wo behu say bema no esan enamu ya de binti no afei de ontimi mpo enyina so ensori na ejina so eno wabo adwuma no etimaka cho stress anxiety afei enamu ya de enso so e de sa haw no eba ye pose ha wa hunu minute dodo a wose wudi wo mpem eti sa oye bema na 1 minute pe wanwe wose gan wo mpa no so eti sa yere mo hwe oba na just say wa mo adwuma no eba say ma no ne ebu afu pa kan hu say orgasm na next week ye be treat no ejina ebia eni de esitie ya na bisa wo say ade na obi de chesa obi kura po de nsane ma ye hu ni nyina ye be wura mu nanso so nse mama utu say namu yade na bi ni de gonorrhea syphilis say ya chlamydia bi ana se wo de epu bi etimi ma wo ye mrebe ma e wo mpa so e ma stress emfa wa adwene dadwene adwendwene bi entena wo so e basa wo nya excitement to do it e wo mpem ho nanso you number 1 pennies doctor Amuzu say empo se be ma no aye mrempo e wo mpa so a eni da so wo ho ne se wo ba ye clinic ho ye wo lab ya bebo modi ahwe mogya anim na no mebe treat say ye hwe prostate wo nti ye be hwe say wo prostate ni so de how bi ba na wo teyawa na eti ye wo labs ni ne ehunu say ya de bi wo ho a ye wo adura ye de be ma wo ama fe be ma no ana kwa ye mre wo mpa so a 5 minutes no kra wo nkɔ na wakodu 15 minutes no afa de wo betra ne ehunu say ho aye den enti me kanfo ye aduro bi no a yedi kan dia bedwa so Amuzu P no e dia ma wo be ma wa ye mre wo mpa so esan enam yade ebi ana wo de no eye gono na wo treat ye na anko wa nya adura ye powerful nom Amuzu P heba mixture ni bi wo beto 4 wo to atobi koma ayere me see ye ka de sexual weakness eti sa wo wa ye mre wo mpam a enam yade a wo yire nsoso no so bibi prese no eti tobi na tobi koma no na ka no pe winya ni di kura wa num ni se wom awia wo de agina so anwumre na wo de aka ho afedi obehu se eniema bi kikentini eniema bi besisi so ama ubula matali na ka da fam tetim entimi mo adwuma no afedi ahoden ebem ama afedi agina ne nai so abo adwuma Amuzu P no se wo se wo yare na wo hu se symptoms a wo nam wa yade a mi besi so ama bema bia wadwonso ne mo apai baboro nwotwe we nam ha chance wo yare wo dwonso no emu ya wo ya emu hyesew na nse kura de abegya wo ne se ensansa bi abegu atena no honom eno a wo mia ensuo ma aye dendenden bisa na nse de ne ba ye ne koye na ye ohene nti wutiti ma ade no ho gu nsansa bra panyini ade a wo se ye smooth tete wa ade mo no ade na ade na ye prekese wewra so wo pemfo de me pa acho unya Amuzu P ni bi sa ensawansawa no ebegyae ama ho atimi ato afi na se wusisi ya wo ya Amuzu P no ena me kanfo ade ama wo ba ye clinic e wo tafun hia so a doctor de enam yade aduro ni mawa owia no aka cho se be ma afedi wo se wo gina wo na so yie na wo de Amuzu 4 in 1 mesa no na wo de no so aka ho eti wo hia se wo fre Dr. Amuzu na afa wunya ya aduro ni bi nso egu yam na ho beto pa be ma wo dwunso amogya wo mu na sesa ne ho sane no ana se mogya bi sane wo ne spam ni mu chew se wo yare eti wo behia de Amuzu P heba mixture ni bi na wano wo kɔ heba shops wo kɔ pharmacy wo kɔ mrom pulsa heba ebi wo ho wo kɔ a wonsa beka bi fofofo me se tobi kɔma wo yere yɛhwɛ Amuzu garlic bitters no enu de ebiebie entini mu ema emogya edi afu sane na afedie wakoma natimi aboyie na etimi boa wo bia ne nsaye ni titiriti ne nan eye ni titiriti mani gyae wa stroke ebo wonka ye no ye garlic aduro na ye powerful say ya num bi nante cholesterol ani sugar no eso obi a diabetes nti ya ni wuni agoro adenti a wo ho kamia etwa asemo aba mesro hyase so obenum Amuzu garlic bitters ne bi ya de hama mako edu nan ene ye de aye garlic no eye powerful say sawonu bia wo bedi adanse ekuta Lawson ena fe selenium bema bia wanum bibia bo adwuma yi efi say ɛboa mo mogya ne timi pɔmpe me ka kyerɛ sɛ w'ani ne ho wie a ɛwɔ sɛ ntini bi keka si ani akwa bi wase wo kɔdwo pii ne kɔka sɛ leta badwana no na afei de yehu sɛ yeah adi na asɔre wa na ade ni mogya ne ntimi mpɔmpe a ɛkyɛ sɛ wo mɔbɔ ɔkyɛ kanea shade enti kan wo ho na pɛ amuzu garlic bitters ni bie na wo nso nom wo kɔ herbal shops wo kɔ pharmacy wo kɔ chemical shop a ebi wo ho enne ya biem ya hwɛ courses ni two pɛ enne mu yade any stress ni anxiety bie ɛna ma kyerɛ sɛ bɛɛma wɔ sɛ wɔani kura 5 to 50 minutes obi a ne ho ɔden ɔbɛkɔ 30 minutes ama wo enti nyame yɛ adom a next week ni yɛ sɛ dom su kɔ courses ni biem deɛ ma mo yɛ mmerɛ ɛwɔ mpa so 5 minutes mpo unuru hɔ na no bɛɛ 30 seconds bɛɛma wabrɛ obi hɔ no ma excitement koraa stage no na wapepe agu wanum adai eti bra panyini ko hunu Dr. Amuzu ntem frɛ ne number no 0247 77 67 43 0247 77 67 43 ya watafo inshaya so obi afre ho Amuzu Junction sexual weakness ne dia behu the penis doctor na on repair no emma sebema tiasia ubema enwuda
Meda se Dr. Amuzu aseye ana ye call ye no penechi akwan a tafu enhia so ofro eye pepona komoro market onsani fa so pe ana abohu Dr. Amuzu na so ye ewo ho Amuzu pi no odwama so Amuzu garlic bitters no totrumika sesi ne kɔ na so ye sorry ama DJ Marcus aba beto so nyame adoma Monday de eba boaboa no na wotwene mu nyina no Monday amono ne ni fie nyina na yebetimi edi aba DJ Marcus say to so e wo 96.3
Ana ye me say
we are fantastic. So say dear, we in charge and Cassandra. Lawson the layman capsules. A mouse is no go to Jema yet ding. Nana, no, near.
So, Lawson Lotte, Mr. And this is you. I'm always what if you want take. You're free to come to I say for semi boom round one. Me matentia. Lawson Lotte, Mr.
Lawson the layman capsule.
More your bem.
More and allow. Lawson Law Care Mixture.
Lawson Delay Man Capsules.
Do you know why you feel?
Delay Man Capsules. A member didn't feel do what they crown quaneno. And a Law Care Mixture. So I pay for a ma woman no for. Anyone I want in fear do what train son can.
FDA aje edrede nkrato yi atomu.
At Betway, we don't just reward you for playing, we reward you for staying. Introducing Betway Rewards. Earn points on every bet you place. It's that simple. You can also convert your points to cash whenever you like. With Betway, loyalty always pays off. Join the action today and start earning points.
Tell me the tell you. Me want what this say na me say ko fa pani. Hey! Kwati adawrumo, me yonko kwati. Na adawruma. Enu anwumre wo ye aduane asori wura dem na me fefe me se dabon. Ana kwati ebere meduro. Eduro de bere me no say Lawson heba, Mr.
Na me sisi me pechi. Ani me ho na matwetwe me. Ani me kyese madwonku. Ani me sei. Na da na won ka
me do futwa so. Empre ho enya no nko. Wo de Lawson heba ointment.
Me sisi me kotodwe ni me pechi. Me ho na me yaw. Me ntiwa na etwetwe me nyina. Me no ye di Israel. Eko me benefit ko mu yaw na na ha no. Ono bie no. Eko na malaria ne die etu asie bekude.
Lawson Herbal Clinic 0242 133 577.
Hwese wa malaria test ansa na wafa aduro yi. Enya ma apenfo, emma warema wo manofo, ene mofra woni mfie dumienu.
Lawson Herbal Mixture. Any Lawson ointment. Who has a diet?
FDA aje edrede nkrato yi atomu.
Ejo nyankopon hira odofo, ejama Herbal and Prayer Center. Na sabre wo hwe me de the apostle ejama. Na bre ne domo yi a wo hwe me wo TV su. Ye bie ejama Herbal and Prayer Center. Ene yi a me no kase bre ne do betumi aba. Fa na se bibi nti untumi mba ma na nye yi a wo kire no patututu nso wo betumi aba. Ohawa wo betumi di aba no. ebi yɛ obi a ɔwe nsa wopɛ sɛ wogya ebetumi aboa wo wopɛ ba wonyɛ bi nsuo gu saa wo menses ɛmma anaasɛ emogya etu anaasɛ ɔbɛma no mu keka wo anaa ɔbɛma mo hyehyew wase hyehyew wase keka wo ne nyinaa ebetumi aboa wo wo low sperm count epilepsy ɛyɛ ɛtwerɛ yareɛ woto ase twom anaasɛ wo nan na ahono sɛ bɛ wohwe ahono ebetumi ayɛ ama obi atu oduro anaasɛ obi abɔ odua sunsun bi ne wo da ɛwɔ wo da yɛ mu nyinaa yɛ ade a ebetumi aboa wo mo a mo wɔ greater Accra region ha ɛna afei eastern region ɛna central region ne western region nyinaa no de biara da efi monday kosi sunday yɛyɛ adwuma ɛda a yɛde yɛ mpaebɔ no saa da no ɛyɛ yawoda ɛna memenda ɛna kwasiada mummra headquarters pokuase mayira ɛna mo a mowɔ kumase ɛne ne mpɔtɛ te sɛ ɛyɛ asante region bono east western north east ɛna afei savannah region upper east upper west mo nyinaa no mobɛtumi aba kumase Sewia Junction. Nyame yadma brande bia nso no ye mpaebɔ ɛwɔ Kumasi nti hyɛ no nso.
At Betway, we don't just reward you for playing, we reward you for staying. Introducing Betway Rewards. Earn points on every bet you place. It's that simple. You can also convert your points to cash whenever you like. With Betway, loyalty always pays off. Join the action today and start earning points.
Abusia Lawson Enterprise. Yaba moba. Eha eye one-stop shop for drinks beer ope. Ede akoye program. Aya fro. Abedin to eye party. Announce eye ye. And something na ope. Se eye doko a. Ye wo Fanta. Ye wo Sprite. Ye wo Coke. Ye wo malt, any assorted soft drinks, beer we hear beer, and na a bad dear, and also I know a day kakrana. So a club, a savannah, a hunters, a panache, and now say case. Hey, I would do the announcement of a mudia here, ye be mobi. I'm what the quack with you, man. And so